Just
Well,
untoke myself.
oh, right. Yeah, I think you're still listed as Toke. Welcome everyone to session 3 of Dragonbane Path of Glory. In the first two sessions, our band of adventurers at the time was Urd, Phelorian, Quillbeak, and Sir Cornelius. They arrived in the the dead forest seeking adventure. They wanted to walk the path of glory. They also had heard that there was a terrible blight that had befallen the forest, and they were interested in seeing if they couldn't resolve that. That is also what brought Orla Moonsilver to the forest, was to try and discover what had happened here. And while the two parties were going about their various deeds, they happened to meet up. The group of four originally met at the Hungry Hobgoblin Inn and encountered a merchant named Dregel, and Dregel was sobbing into his cups, crying about his lost shipment of wine, his lost servants, and his lost love. And he offered 50 gold coins to any that could go and try to recover that for him. And so we, being adventurers, accepted. Quiltbeak also met two fellows called themselves Pathfinders, and they had a map to treasure, and it was in an old barrow, an old burial site, and they mentioned that great treasures could be found there, and Quilbeak expressed his interest in joining them in finding that. However, the need to rescue people seemed a little more urgent than to go and acquire goods that had been in the ground for a long time, and so we told them we would meet up with them about I think 5 days hence. And so we went and tackled the goblin lair, and there is where we found Orla as a prisoner of the hobgoblins. All together, we wiped out the hobgoblin menace, scoured the cave of two trolls, Stoka and Obald, in a very challenging battle in cramped quarters. Found some treasure and some loot. Urd happened to have a mishap with his magical spellcasting, of which I was not aware until I went and rewatched the video. I was busy kind of looking up some files when Urd cast his spell and became a deer, and so I was wondering, like, why are they all talking about he's a deer? And now I get it, because I went back and saw that. So I changed his token art to represent a deer. With he found some a hunting cat with her little brood of kittens, and he adopted them, and so he's got those kittens in a little sack on his antlers. I believe I have added a hunting cat to your character sheet, Urd, and it should give you a boon if you make a hunting roll. It'll ask if you want to use your hunting cat, and it should give you a boon on that, much like a book would do the same thing. After wiping out the hobgoblins and the trolls, we decided to head back towards. Oh, we found with the hobgoblins, we found a black pearl about the size of a large grapefruit, or two fists put together. Quite a large black pearl, and perhaps this could be one of the keys that we're seeking. That seems to be the consensus. We talked about going to the Temple of Wind and asking the Lady of the Wind if indeed this is one of the keys that will open the gates of power. Someone also surmised that perhaps this was Dregel's love, because we did not find any other females besides Orla and Stoka, the female troll, were the only females we found in those caves with the hobgoblins. So we're journeying to the Temple of Wind, which is on the way to the Old Barrow. We were waylaid by Grim and Grum, the two Minotaur brothers, and there was a very deadly fight. One of the Minotaurs was slain. I believe two of the party were down and making death saving throws. An armistice was called. Grim took Grum and dragged him off into the woods, vowing vengeance. We recovered from our wounds, and that was where we left the session. So if we go to the adventure map, I've added a few little more bits of information here. So I've added up here, we've got the Hobgoblin Cave, the Troll Cave. I've made a note of those on the map. I also marked where Grim and Grum are, and then I used Buckminster, Sir Cornelius's horse, to represent where we are on the map. So that's the party token right there. So we are about there, and I believe we're heading down towards the Temple of Winds. And then if we want to take the road, because we do have a wagon, we could follow the road further south and then head westward and then north up to the Old Barrows. Alternatively, we could just go cross country and just kind of ford the river and find our way through the woods. When we go south, we could also stop at the Hungry Hobgoblin and inform Dregel of what has happened. Those are kind of our options for today. If we do that, we may miss our appointment at the Old Barrows with the two Pathfinders, but the choice is yours. So it is, we have slept. We will have a chance. Well, actually, we have not slept. We just finished the battle. We need to make camp. So after we make camp, we'll be able to sleep and recover from our conditions and our wounds. So to make camp, because we have a tent, we just need someone to make a bushcraft roll, to get a boon on that, and then if that is successful, then no one else needs to make a bushcraft roll to sleep. They can all sleep in the tent. We will need to eat a ration, or if half the party wants to hunt or forage, while the other half sleeps, and then you can trade places. Who wants to make that bushcraft roll?
Well, the way I see it, it's either going to be Phelorian or Orla.
I think you two have the best bushcraft. In fact, I think you're tied now. Don't you both have like a 14?
Yeah, and she improved it last. So I say we let the hunter do the bushcraft. That makes like a lot of sense.
Yeah. Orla, please give me a bushcraft roll with a boon, as you find a good spot to put up this tent.
Yeah, I'm just remembering how to put in a boon.
So when you click on bushcraft, it should ask if there are boons or banes.
There we go. That's right.
Let's take the 8. Yeah. Good thing we had that boon there. So you do get the camp set up nicely. We either need to eat a ration or go foraging or hunting. Who wants to sleep during this first stretch or shift of time, and who wants to go hunt or forage?
I would certainly like to go hunting.
I think you're our best hunter. We also have, if you look in the journals, we've got our party loot. If anyone needs anything from the party loot, feel free to take it. We've got things like there's some consumables like a healing potion. We've got a chicken. We could eat the chicken. There are, under mundane items, there are also things like snares that are used for hunting. The snare is used up every time you hunt. If you get a bear trap, that is not used up. Or the fishing net, if you want to go fish. Anything you need, go ahead. You can open your character sheet and open the journal and just drag it on, and it will go right onto your character sheet.
Did we get a dagger that was a particularly nice dagger of some sort? I'm trying to remember.
Yes, I think there is a, under the party loot,
there
there is a mastercrafted dagger. I think it's under wondrous items. Yes, there's a mastercrafted dagger. It is. So mastercrafted means that the price is 10 times the normal price. The strength requirement is reduced by 3, and the durability is increased by 3. So it's not a magical weapon, but it is a very high quality weapon. If someone needs a dagger, they're welcome to the mastercrafted dagger. And then Orla, if you want to...
It.
Oh, you
Go
take
ahead.
it, Quillbeak?
Let's say I'm sure it's probably better than my parrying dagger.
The parrying dagger might still have higher durability, but I'm sure it is a better than just a standard run-of-the-mill dagger for sure.
Okay, yeah, if nobody else needs it, I'll put it to use.
Quillbeak just wandered back into the camp, has he?
Yeah, Quillbeak. He comes back in. He's been off.
I got lost.
Yeah, he found there was a pond nearby, and he had to go and have a splash around in the pond, but he managed to come back and then avail himself of our finest loot. So, as a rogue would. As far as the hunting goes, Orla, you need to make a hunting and fishing roll to track down an animal. If you succeed, there's a table that I will roll on, and then you can either use... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
We've got a chicken. We've got a chicken in a bag. I don't think it's very nice for the chicken to keep carrying the chicken around in the bag. So what about if I go foraging and see if I can find some vegetables and things put with the chicken and make a stew, something like that. Rather than hunting, I'm going to forage. So
give me a bushcraft roll to forage, and this will be with a boon because it is not winter time.
The demon dragon.
Oh, wow.
Let's take the dragon. How does that sound?
It's a good idea.
Let me mark that down on there.
I'm trying to make a chicken stew that everybody could eat, so perhaps that could be my dragon.
Because you rolled a dragon, I'm going to say that you find the full amount that you'd be able to find. So it's 3 rations worth of edible mushrooms, roots, and other plants. And you can cook up the chicken and the vegetables. It's a bushcraft roll. And if you succeed, then that will create edible rations, and there would be enough there for everyone.
Oh God, here we go.
So yeah, no pressure.
No.
Make it better than the soup that Toke made.
Oh,
it's a dragon.
Oh
you
my
fire.
goodness. Okay, you are already tied now for the lead with most dragons, and it's only been like a few minutes. So,
I'm going to die now in the battle.
The soup is incredibly nourishing for everyone. You can go onto your character sheets, and you can put down that you have had a... for those that are then going to sleep, you can, under the main tab, there is below willpower, there's an hourglass that is to pass like a shift of time that will reset all of your rests, and I think that will reset all your conditions. If not, then it'll heal all your hit points, willpower points, and remove all your conditions. So those that are resting can go ahead and do that. Perfect. And then who else? So who else did not sleep during this first stretch of time?
Yeah, I guess I didn't.
Okay. Do you?
I did not either. Quillbeak's awake.
You two could either keep watch. You could go forage for more food. What do you do? How do you spend the time?
I think I'd probably be foraging. Yeah.
Give me a bushcraft.
It was reliable to me before.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Our first
just
3
good
rolls
vegetarian.
Are all dragons,
Jeez.
right?
Yeah.
You find 3 rations of vegetables, so now you've got things you can kind of munch on for the next day. In fact, maybe you find some apples, and these will last quite a while. These apples will be sweet, delicious. You can store them in a barrel in the wagon. They'll last you for weeks at this point, as long as they're kept cool and dry. What about Quillbeak? Are you keeping watch? Are you foraging?
I'm keeping watch.
Give me an awareness roll as you are keeping watch.
I'm not going to push that.
Not a dragon, but it was close. I saw the dragon on there. You're keeping watch, and the forest is rather quiet. You're near the edge of the dead part of the forest where the blight has settled in, and it seems as though there is very little animal life there. You don't hear the birds. You don't even hear many insects. It seems as though all life to the south of you has fled the lands, and this is somewhat unsettling as you hear this. After your shift has ended, you return to camp, and then Phelorian, Orla, and Quillbeak, you can do your full night's rest. Urd as a deer, and Sir Cornelius, how do you pass your time? Someone could forage, you could keep watch.
Well, I can keep watch. I'm not very good at bushcraft, so that'd be better for me.
Give me an awareness roll.
Would I still have the Bane? I'd assume I'd take my Great Helm off for this.
Yeah, you would likely take off your helmet while you're keeping watch. So you can just unequip that or remove the Bane.
Oh,
okay.
Not very good.
So let me put that down here. That is, that's going to be something. Let me take us to a scene here. We're going to go to We've been here before. This is just going to be so we can have us a little battle. Let's pull out Sir Cornelius, and Urd is awake as well. The others are going to be here, but you are asleep, so you will not be aware of what first transpires. And let me get rid of Urd's prone condition. There we go. As you are watching, you're kind of looking off into the distance. You begin to recall the events of the day and all of the amazing foes that you have vanquished, and some of the strange creatures that you have encountered. And it doesn't take long before you realize that you are not alone. And as you look back towards the dead forest, you hear the clattering of long, spindly legs as a pair of giant spiders stumble in the direction of your camp. Now, Urd, give me an awareness roll to see if you spot these before they get close.
Sure. Nope.
Does Urd Deer take disheartened automatically?
Yeah. He's pretty sure we're all gonna die still.
Oh yeah. Why does it have to be spiders? He says. Go ahead and you can push that.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Definitely not what you wanted to see. Let me drag you all into a combat. And I believe, do these have ferocity? Yes, they do. And if you want to go to the combat page, you can draw initiative cards. Oh, let me reset the deck. There we go. These are still quite...
I'm sorry, I need a refresher. That's the cross swords, right? Combat encounters?
Yep. I haven't added you to... In fact, I can add you guys now to the combat tracker.
I just didn't see where to draw the card.
Yeah, let me add you to the tracker here.
Cross swords on the left.
Okay, if you want to... Now you should have your initiative available on,
There it is.
On the combat tracker.
Thank you.
However, you will be asleep for the first round. And so, if it is your turn, it will be skipped. The giant spider will go first. Now, they're still at some distance. It will close the distance, but it is not yet in... oh, actually, it's got more movement than I thought. It will close the distance. And the spider will make an attack. Mesmerizing eyes, the monstrous arachnid stares at its victims, so this will be both Urd and Sir Cornelius, with a terrifying multitude of eyes. You must make a will roll to resist fear.
Oh.
Urd makes it. Sir Cornelius is disheartened, but makes it as well. Quillbeak, you will spend the round being woken up by the sounds of Sir Cornelius shouting, "To arms, to arms!" Orla as well. The spider then attacks again. with a tearing lunge. It lunges at its victims, frantically attacking with its multitude of hairy, barbed legs. All opponents within 2 meters, which will be, as it lunges, Urd and Sir Cornelius. Whoops, moving up there. Will take D8 piercing damage. You can evade if you haven't acted yet, or you can take the hit. I think Sir Cornelius will probably take the hit because his armor will cover that.
Yes, I will take the hit.
Urd, do you want to take that hit, or do you want to evade?
Gears are skittish. I'll evade.
Perfect. Go ahead and give me a defense roll or an evade roll. Do you want to push that?
Yeah, I guess I'll... Spiders are making me angry. Nope, I'm gonna take it.
You will each take 6 points of damage. I will let you both take that off of your hit points. Sir Cornelius, your armor will block all of it. And it is your turn, Sir Cornelius.
Well, I will ready my sword and attack this first spider.
Go ahead and roll damage. And this is a monster if you want to use your Dragon Slayer.
Yeah, I will use that for this.
Oh my gosh, last time it just did 1 point of damage. And
I know, that's the 6th roll in a row that's been a 1 for that.
Let me reduce that by 1 more damage. There we go. And then Urd, you spent your action evading. Phelorian, you will be waking up. The other giant spider will move up. That will be its first action. He was a little bit further back. His second action will be to make an attack. What's he do? Mesmerizing Eyes. So again, a will roll to resist fear. Sir Cornelius, do you want to push that roll?
I probably should.
And Urd succeeds on his. And Sir Cornelius, you will become frightened, enfeebled. It drains your energy and determination. You will lose 2d6 willpower and become disheartened. Are you already disheartened?
Ooh. Yes.
Ooh, you're going to lose 12 willpower.
That will be all of it.
Okay, and then if you are already disheartened, you need to take another condition. And then we go up to the next round. This giant spider is first. A ramming attack. With a great leap, the giant spider launches its massive body at an opponent. This will inflict 2d6 bludgeoning damage and knock you down. I'm going to say that goes after Urd. Do you want to evade?
Yeah, probably better.
Okay.
Good.
Nice. Well done. Sir Cornelius, and as this spider comes at you, they are now really close, but you cannot spend willpower because you're out of it. So you can't do your slash attack, but you do hit. And you can't do your Monster Slayer, again, because you're out of willpower.
Nope, I can't do any abilities.
That is a Savage Blow. And, oh, that spider is almost down. He's got just a paltry few hit points left. 8 hit points left. Urd, your turn. You evaded.
Yep.
Orla, you are up and awake, and you can hear the sounds of combat coming from the camp. You'll be able to leave the tent and attack as you grab your weapon on the way out.
Alright, I'm gonna grab my weapons, grab my bow. I'm gonna. Can I get to them from here with
yes.
my bow?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. I'm gonna. It hasn't been successful so far, but I'm gonna go
for the twin shot.
I'm gonna go for twin shot.
So this is a roll with a Bane, and if you hit, then they it hits them both.
Yeah.
I think this is the time.
Come on. No, taking off my will points.
And then you can target one of them, or you can just roll it. I'll do it manually.
I'll target the one that's wounded first.
Perfect.
And then if it goes down, I will go for the other one with my second shot.
Perfect.
Those brains are killers.
Do you want to push that?
Yeah, I'll push it. I'm angry. I've just woken up. I'm not a very good morning person.
Oh, there we go. There
9.
We go. Go ahead and roll damage. So that will hit both of them.
So that's a d12, and I do 2 d12s, right?
And you will do... No, you'll just roll the damage once, but you will add your agility bonus, which is d6. So you'll roll a 1d12 and a 1d6.
Did it for me and all.
Nice. That is enough to take out the first spider. How do you kill that fat beast?
Right into one of its 8 eyes.
Oh, nice. It staggers backwards, its forelimbs raking at its face, trying to dislodge the arrow. It turns in a circle and then rolls onto its back, its legs curled up above it.
Turn.
It dies.
Knock another arrow really quickly, shoot it at the second one, going for the eye again.
So he will also take... So he automatically takes the 9 points of damage. So you hit them both, and you roll the damage again. So go ahead and roll. You don't need to roll to hit.
That's my Legolas moment.
Oh, nice. So 11 damage to that guy. Let me assign that. Excellent shot. And we go to Quillbeak.
Ooh.
Let's see, how close can I get?
You could, so these are just in the camp. I just moved you apart to show that you were not awake, but you could easily, with your movement, you could run out. If you want to get right up to the one on Urd, you could do that.
Okay. So I can move and I can attack.
Yes, you can. If you want, you can target that spider. You can hover over it and push T. That will target it.
Oh,
if you want to pull up the HUD, you can right-click your character, and on the upper left there's the 2 crossed swords. That will give you the little HUD at the bottom, and then you can just click on whichever weapon you want to use, and it will... I see you've got your Mastercrafted dagger already there. It will automate all of that for you. Go ahead and click on the roll damage, and it will take care of that as well. Your new dagger seems to be working quite well.
Yes, it does. Very nice.
Very nice. I'll go ahead and plop the damage onto that guy. Let me get rid of this guy. He's dead. The giant spider. He will make his attack. Oh, he just did the mesmerizing eye, so they don't do the same attack twice, so let me give him another attack. In fact, I think you just do the next one, so let me look at his table. I'll do the next one, which is, oh, this is even worse, poison sting. The 8-legged horror raises its rear end and attacks a victim with a poisonous stinger that shoots out of its repulsive body. The attack inflicts D10 piercing damage, and a victim who sustains at least 1 point of damage is also injected with a paralyzing poison with potency 16. The attack can be parried. I'm going to say 1-2 is Cornelius, 3-4 is Urd, and 5-6 is Quillbeak. Cornelius, if this does not get through your armor, you will not be poisoned. Oh, it gets through your armor. You will take 10. Your armor blocks 8, so you'll take 2. And now you need to make a, this is an open opposed roll. This will be your constitution versus the poison. So the poison needs to roll under a 16. And it does, so now we do it again. Make another constitution roll. I'll roll the poison again. And we do it again. This music's getting a little intense. Once more. Time. Your body is shrugging off. Oh, okay. You just need to succeed. Oh, and you, wow, look at that. You got a dragon. So you easily, well, not easily, it's a bit of a struggle, but you manage to shrug off this poison as it tries to course through your body. Phelorian, you come out into the camp to see Sir Cornelius having been punctured by the stinger of this massive bulbous spider.
Chaos. All right. I think you guys kind of got this handled, but I'll just kill steal if I can.
Nice. Go ahead and roll damage on that. Assign this damage. Oh, it has 2 hit points left. We go to, of course, the giant spider will attack. Oh, do you want to? You have your hand. I forgot to let you use
that's
your hand.
true. Yeah, I only forgot him until just now, too.
I don't think I added him into combat, so let me put him into combat. I'll let your hand take an action here.
Your undead hand.
He's a good guy's blood hand's hand. Yeah.
Get in combat. There we go. And I'll roll initiative. This will be for the next round, but he gets to go before the spider.
So just on the wild off chance. Ooh, that was almost a 7.
So yeah, he's slapping around the spider's face. Had that like poked him in the eye and killed him, that would have been fantastic.
That would have been hilarious. It does a D2, so it is possible. It could have happened.
Yep, it could happen. The spider will lay down its attack. It's got to do the eyes again. This one, no, this is the one that, okay, he didn't do this last time, so he can do this. So this will be Urd, Sir Cornelius, and Quillbeak. You will need to make a will roll to resist fear. Sir Cornelius succeeds. Urd succeeds. What about Quillbeak? Oh, you want to push that roll?
No, not this time.
Okay, let's see what happens. Paralyzed. You're petrified with terror and unable to move. You cannot perform any action or movement on your next turn, which is probably okay. Well, maybe. It might just mean you get the kill or stolen from you. But on your turn, you can make another will roll to try and break the paralysis. The hand. Can the hand do it this time?
I believe.
Talk to the hand, spider. Oh man, close.
That's exactly what he needed.
All right, roll damage. Can you get a 2?
Oh. Whoops, I got a little eager there.
Well, it was close. Quillbeak, you can make a will roll to try and break out of this paralyzing fear that you have. And then Urd, it's your turn. If you want to hit this thing with your antlers or slap it with a hoof, you can. or you can trade your action for Orla or Cornelius.
I guess try and kick it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, Quillbeak, if you want to make another will roll, if you pass this, you'll break the paralysis. And then, Urd, you can go ahead and attack the spider.
Yep. And see what I need to roll here. That'll miss.
That will miss. Okay. Orla, can you take out the second spider?
Just a plain old shot with my longbow.
Nothing fancy. You're not going to ricochet it off a tree and.
No. I could just I might just jump up on the rock there to get me a better go.
Oh, I like that.
That's nice.
In fact, I'm going to say give that a boon. The spider's pretty well surrounded. Plus, you got a little elevation there. I like the flavor. Go ahead and give yourself a boon.
Cool. Ooh, hang on a minute. Different system yesterday.
I know,
My
right?
brain get confused. Oh, there's a 9.
I think that's going to be a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
9 points of piercing.
Excellent. The foe is eliminated. The combat is ended. Sir Cornelius
Huzzah!
has taken some damage. He's taken some wounds. He's lost all of his willpower. Let me just throw some.
I think it was worse for Urd. I only took 2 points of damage.
Yeah, Urd's down to about
We have a
half.
healing potion. We had a healing potion in our gear now. I think.
You could do a stretch rest if either of you needed to. Sir Cornelius, you could also do your round rest now if you want to try and recover some willpower points. You have just slept for the night, so you won't get a chance to do another full rest unless you just pass the day here. That will put you off schedule, but I'll let you all decide what you want to do.
We could put them in the wagon.
Mm-hmm.
Could attempt to have a sleep as we go along with the wagon. I doubt it would be very good though.
Oh, well, that's just terrible. But you do also get to remove a condition, Urd. Are you going to do any round rest or stretch rest? Well, there we go. Well, at least you got 3 willpower back. It's better than nothing. And you get to drop 1 condition. Let's go back to the map. And Urd, it remains a deer. Morning comes quickly to the forest. Are you still headed towards the Temple of Winds?
Yeah, because that's on the way to the barrows, right? We're gonna go down and then around.
Yeah, if we want to follow the road, that would be on the way.
Yeah, I think the road was our best option.
Let me move Buckminster down to the Temple of Winds. And let me pull up... I know Orla has not seen this, so let me give her the lay of the land here. Temple of Winds. As you traverse through the dead forest, it's rather grim. The foliage is brown and ugly looking. There are very few signs of life in here. But above the trees of the forest rises a strange temple on a hill. Its tall pillars reach into the sky from a large platform of white stone. A staircase leads from one end of the temple up to 2 gates of clear crystal, flanked by 2 pillars. In the middle of the platform there is a stone altar. There are no walls or ceiling. And as you arrive, I can take us to that map. Drag these out as you arrive and come up to the gates, there is an inscription. And Orla, you can read this. It's written in Elvish. And it says, "Knave or knight, large or slight, enter here, my wisdom share, and see the light." And those that have been here know that these gates up here open by pulling on them. You have left some offerings at the central altar. And the others tell you that upon passing through these crystal gates, a spirit will arrive and answer one question, and only one.
And I know from the time we've journeyed together, they already know how to fix the forest, right? We know that we're going after the magical items, the MacGuffins.
Yes, so they are searching for those 3 keys that will open the gates of power, and it is rumored that the answer lies within.
And that will fix the forest as well. She's mourning for the dead forest as they've come through, so...
yes, absolutely. But the answer, the cure, lies within the gates of power.
She doesn't have any other questions at the moment. Does anybody else have a question?
I believe we were going to ask about the pearl. Yes, if that may be one of the keys.
That makes sense.
Who goes up to the crystal gates?
I would recommend Orla. You've yet to meet her. It's quite a spiritual experience.
Okay, do I need to make an offering of some sort?
Not to begin with. Go ahead and you can move yourself up to the altar.
We do have stuff in the wagon, though, to think about as offerings if we wanted to think about that. I think it's purely cosmetic, maybe, but just throwing that out.
If I remember, an offer wasn't required, but we all left something.
Yeah, it's not required at all.
And you likely don't need to leave one every time. In fact, I think one of the offerings was an oath that Sir Cornelius made.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
I could certainly do that.
So Orla, as you step up onto the platform, everyone else kind of looks at each other knowingly as a strange mist begins to form and take the shape of a beautiful woman, translucent and glowing. Swishing back and forth between the pillars, you hear a whisper. "Speak up, strangers, have no fear. Untouched am I by what I hear. Tell me what you want to know, and knowledge upon you I shall bestow."
I presume I've got the pearl right now, so I hold that up in my hands and I say, "Is this pearl one of the keys, great lady?"
As you ask the question, you feel some of your life's willpower being drained. You're actually going to lose 5 willpower points.
That takes me down to 5.
Oof, as you commune with this spirit. Even as earth is brown, the sky is blue, a key, a pearl, in your hand is true. And then she bows to you, light glimmering about her, and she vanishes into the breeze.
Bow my head to her, and my offering is that I vow that until my dying breath I will attempt to cure the forest.
Ah, wonderful. An excellent oath.
Excellent.
Is there any other business here?
I think we learned a lot here. That was important. Sure as hell like giving it back to that guy at the inn, I don't think.
He will probably want it back, so we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, I have.
Can I take a round rest while we're stationed at the temple for a few moments?
Yeah, of course.
I need to.
You can do that at any point.
I got 2 willpower points left because I'd already used 3, so I only started with 10.
Yeah, so if you want to do a round rest, you can go ahead and do that.
And if other people will watch out for me, I can do inner peace. So.
I think we would probably spend some time here, just enjoying the peaceful area here in the Dead Forest.
Inner peace works with that. Oh, jeez.
If I do a stretch rest, I can do an additional hit point and will point D6s and recover from an additional condition.
Yep.
But I'm not responsive, so I'm very vulnerable, which is how the hobgoblins got me. So.
And that stretches 10-15 minutes. You would easily spend this amount of time here just contemplating the beauty of the temple, wondering what might have transpired here in years gone by when this was a place of beauty and not a place of death and diminishment. It took us roughly half a day to arrive here. If we continue on the journey, we could likely make it down to the crossroads. Down here, is that the plan?
I believe so.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Head south this winter.
The journey down to the crossroads will require a travel roll, so we will need someone to be our guide. We have been here before, so there will definitely be a boon, and there's a boon as well because we have a spyglass, and we have a map, so this is going to be relatively easy. It's going to be a bushcraft roll with 2 boons. Who would like to make that?
Does anybody else want to do it?
I'd say let our highest do it.
We're tied, but she set up camp. So I say, if you want to trade day by day or whatever, that's cool. But yeah, I'd say you probably do this one.
That's with the boom.
Plus, didn't you get a dragon on a bushcraft roll? So you might upgrade it again.
Yeah, true. Excellent. So you managed to find the way. It's not difficult. This is common ground for all of you. Let me just see if we have a random encounter on the way here. Pull up our tables.
I'm just going to roll a d6 to see if I can get my will points up a bit more from using my inner peace.
Perfect.
I don't think it did that.
No, it doesn't do it automatically. I don't think it does. I only used it once. Aww.
As you're traveling, a family of wild rabbits scamper along the path. A rabbit can be felled with a well-aimed bow and will yield some rations of food, but must be cooked first. Would our hunter like to take out a rabbit with a bow shot?
Yes, absolutely.
Go ahead and give me either a hunting and fishing, or you can use your bow skill.
I think I'll use bows. So.
Nice.
Excellent.
Bunny.
Let's see how much.
It's a very small rabbit speared on a really big arrow.
Oh no! This was quite a fat rabbit. So he's going to yield 3 rations of food. This one was so obese he couldn't scamper away in time, and you put him out of his misery. And he just lay there breathing heavily, and then finally expires. But he will be quite plump and quite sumptuous. So we will have food. That will be 3 rations of food for the night. We have made our full day's journey. We will need to set up camp again if someone wants to do that bushcraft roll. And then we can decide who wants to sleep, who wants to hunt or forage or keep watch. Who will sleep this first shift of time?
I'll take watch.
Okay.
I'll go hunting and fishing, I guess, or foraging
Right.
to go with the rabbit.
I'll set up the 10.
Okay, so let me have Phelorian do the bushcraft roll with a boon, and then hunting and fishing will be a hunting and fishing roll. And give me an awareness roll, Quillbeak, and that means that Urd and Sir Cornelius can sleep, so you can pass the full shift of time.
Nicely done.
There you go. Rabbit's due tonight instead of chickens.
We're a team.
Yeah.
Let me see what we find hunting and fishing. I think there's even a table for that over here.
I'm foraging again, because we've already got the rabbit, right? Or is this the next night?
This is the next night, so that was just a kind of a random encounter. Let's see what we...
What I found.
what we find here. Let's see. It's in the book. Let me grab my book. I know there's a table for this. Perfect. Let me roll a d6. It's another rabbit, so perhaps the wife of the rabbit that you just killed kind of pops out looking for her husband. Do you want to fell this one as well?
For sure, I want to murder the whole family.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me another bow roll.
She's not father.
You frighten off the rabbit. You miss it terribly, and in doing so, you feel a pang of regret for this poor thing. It just came back looking for its lost love, and you know it's going to be delicious and nourishing for all of the party, but you can't help but think about the creatures of the forest and the sadness that this rabbit might experience just so that you can have a meal. Did we have Quillbeak? Did you make an awareness roll?
Sorry, no, I'll fix that now.
Yeah.
Awareness.
And then let me. Ooh,
Almost, but I'm not going to push it.
Okay.
I want to save this.
Let me just make a roll here. And then, Phelorian, if you want to make a bushcraft roll, you already made one to do the camp. This will just be a straight one to cook the food.
Alrighty. Ah!
Okay. So, the worst possible outcome, not only do you deprive that female rabbit of her husband, but Phelorian burns it. And it's just a charred, nasty mess. It's raw on the inside, Cajun on the outside. It's still edible, but you'd have to make a constitution roll to not get sick. Otherwise, you'll need to find another form of food.
Did we already eat the chicken?
That was last night. So this would be for today. You need your meal. So you can either eat a ration, or we do have those apples. So the three of you could eat the apples, and then the Urd and Sir Cornelius, one of you would need to forage during the time while the other kept watch.
I can eat a ration, so the apple's still available for others.
Perfect.
Do we still have those eggs? Those are gone, right?
Actually, I believe we do still have eggs. I don't think
because in the mundane loots where we've been keeping track of our food, and we've got 2 rations of eggs.
Yeah, so we could do eat both the eggs and eat an apple. That would leave 2 more rations of apples, and that would be enough for Sir Cornelius and Urd.
Excellent. Well, at least we've got something figured out.
Yeah, let me
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
eat the rabbit.
You're gonna eat the rabbit?
I don't want to waste the rabbit. I'm gonna eat it.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me a Constitution roll. Let's see. We ate the chicken.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Chicken. We ate.
Uh-oh.
I'll go for sickly.
I need to roll for the
Who get a demon?
disease here.
No, I only got a 19, but I can push it.
Alright, let me roll here for the disease. The disease has a virulence of 10, and so it just, if it fails this roll, then you don't necessarily need to push it. Oh yeah, okay, so it got a demon, you got a 19. You managed to choke this down and eat it. It's horrible. You're going to be burping and regurgitating this rabbit up for the rest of the day. But you do...
Yeah, dude, I gotta teach you some stuff about herbs, I think.
Yep. Yeah, it definitely needs seasoning. It needs to be not cooked at such a high temperature. Definitely needs a little work, but that does count as your ration for the day. Urd and Sir Cornelius, you awaken, and if you haven't done your full night's rest, or the other three, so Quillbeak, Phelorian, and Orla, you can do your full night's rest. Urd and Sir Cornelius, you awaken. If one of you wants to forage or keep watch, you can.
So, Urd is going to take the pot of stew that the Minotaurs don't want.
Yep, they refused it.
He's going to heat that up, and that's what he and the cats will eat.
Perfect. The cats seem to love this. They sit, after they eat and lick the little pot clean, they just sit and lick their paws, clean their faces, then they all cuddle up next to you, snuggled up as though you are their great protector now.
Yeah. I in real life, I'm currently sitting with 3 cats asleep on me right now.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
But did you lick a pot of stew that was intended for minotaurs? That's what I want to know.
No. I have some cheese and cold cuts that they ate some cheese and are asleep now.
So basically, field rations. That's essentially yeah, wonderful. Sir Cornelius, what about you? Are you keeping watch?
Yes, I will do that.
Give me an awareness roll. Excellent.
And then is there any of that rabbit left?
Yes, that rabbit made 3 rations, so there is ample rabbit. If you want to eat some, you'll need to make a Constitution roll.
I will eat some rabbit.
And the rabbit's disease factor, so it succeeded, so you need to roll again. This is much like the poison. It's whoever fails first.
I thought you had to roll Constitution first, and that was to see if you got poisoned.
I believe it's an open opposed roll, and so you keep rolling until one of you fails, but the disease just failed. Oh no, let's see, no, I rolled a 9. So the disease is, nope, disease is still going, so go ahead and give me another Constitution roll. And I've got it right here. Let's just read about disease. When you're exposed to a dangerous disease, the GM makes an open opposed roll between the disease's virulence rating, which in this case is 10, and your Constitution. If you win, you resist the disease. If not, you fall ill after 1 day. And so, as soon as you win the opposed roll, you are fully cured, you stop rolling. So you, you just got a demon on that. Let's see if he gets a demon as well. No, so the disease wins. So when you become diseased, you... I just had the page. You fall ill after 1 day. You become sickly, so you'll take the sickly condition. You're going to lose 1d6 hit points. While you are sick, you cannot heal hit points, willpower points, or conditions. You'll make a new roll against the disease every day, where every failure inflicts d6 damage. If you reach 0 hit points while sick, you die a day later. As soon as you win the opposed roll, you are fully cured. You stop rolling and can heal as usual. So, that rabbit did not do well for your innards. Let's go ahead and roll the d6 that you will lose. Five. Ooh. So you lose 5 hit points and you become sickly. You cannot heal hit points, willpower, or conditions. And every day you can make this roll. And as soon as you pass, you are no longer afflicted. You basically have dysentery.
What roll is that?
That will be...
what roll do I need to make?
So you don't need to make a roll now, but every day, like at the end of the day, so like tomorrow night, you'll make another Constitution roll against the disease. The virulence is 10. And if you pass it, then you're no longer diseased. If you fail, you're going to lose another d6 hit points. But for now, you just lose 5 hit points, and that's it. And you take sickly, and then you just can't heal anything until you get rid of the disease.
The mechanic to help with that, like, you know, me knowing the forest and everything, could I know that, like a dog eating grass, you know, is there something I can pick to actually help him when I realise that his tummy's upset?
I like this. Give me a roll. Let's make it a bushcraft with a bane, because this is it's kind of difficult, but you know you might get it.
Yeah, I'm
you
just
have a high
looking
bushcraft.
out. I do, looking for trefoil, you know. That's
you got it. So you know that there is a type of milkweed that if you give to him, it would soothe the irritation in his bowels and would ease his discomfort greatly. It likely grows near water, and you are going to be passing by a river on your way to the barrows. You'll arrive there in just a few hours' time, and there's a good chance you could find some on your foraging roll. If it's successful, I'll say you find some of that milkweed.
It tastes bad, I'm sorry, but it will make you feel better.
Yeah, Reese says Ipecac. Just make him throw it all up. Get rid of all of that rabbit. So, who was our terrible cook? Was that Phelorian? I think the rule there is never let your necromancer be your cook. I think he likes things
necromanced
dead.
The rabbit.
Yep.
We ate a zombie rabbit.
Yeah, you can feel something kicking inside your guts, and it's just that, an Urd is still a deer. Let's continue on the journey. The next morning arrives. Are you heading over to the bridge, or are you going back to the Hungry Hobgoblin?
We've got to go for the bridge.
If you want to keep your timing, you'd have to go to the bridge.
Yeah, we'll be late if we don't.
So I need a bushcraft roll for whoever is leading the party. You get a boon on that with the spyglass.
Is there other bushcraft person?
Yeah, I suppose. All right, bushcraft with a boon.
Yep, with a boon.
Good.
Cool.
We'll take it with the spyglass. You get it. You arrive at the river. Let me make a random encounter on the way here.
Better not be a troll. A troll. Please no.
Let's see what we get.
Ah.
Grunts and snorts are heard from the edge of the forest, and suddenly a boar comes charging out of the undergrowth. If killed, this yields quite a bit of meat, but it should be cooked first. Do you go after the boar?
Is it attacking us?
It is not. It is charging, kind of menacing, trying to push you off the road, but it's not attacking. But if you choose to let it pass, it will likely make a show of force and then tromp back into the weeds. But if you want to fell this could count as quite a bit of meat for the journey.
Okay.
We could either have the hunter go at it with a bow, or if Sir Cornelius wants to run it down with Buckminster, you have your lance.
A lance is the way to go with the boar, right?
Yes.
But I'm happy to hit it with a longbow as well. But I'm going to look at the others and go, if we start fighting it, it's going to fight back. Are we okay to do that?
Sure, be a lot of meat, I suppose.
Yeah, it could make up to
I
2
can
back
try
on the
and
menu.
Spirit or stab it with my lance.
Yeah.
Oh, you are on horseback.
So you can make a riding roll, or you can use your... Actually, I'm going to have you make a riding roll as you charge it, as you meet it in combat.
Oh, that's a 2.
Excellent. You spur Buckminster forward, lowering the face shield on your helm, lowering your lance towards the boar. The boar thrashes at the ground, snorts in the air a few times, and charges at you. Go ahead and make either a roll with your lance, or you can use your riding skill as well. You can use whichever. I think you use the lower of the 2, I think.
I will push that.
Yeah, you might want to push that. Go ahead and roll damage. He has 14 hit points. He takes 9 damage. He will then thrash. Let me pull up the board again. And he is slashing at Buckminster. And he fails. So you gouge a huge cleft along his side as he comes in with tusks flashing. And you turn and he wheels around. He does the turn a little faster than Buckminster, and he will get the chance to attack Buckminster first. Comes in with his tusks. Ooh, he's going to double weapon damage Buckminster. Buckminster will take 16 hit points, which he has 24. You can make your lance roll.
He does have armor as well.
Oh, he does
I believe
have armor.
2 points of armor.
So then, perfect. So he will take 14. You can make your lance roll against the boar. Do you want to push
I will push that. Yeah. I didn't mean to take exhausted.
You can fix that.
I failed it anyway.
Okay. So as Buckminster takes this wound, he probably rears up and your lance dodges off. Orla, you've got a shot at this boar. You want to take it, or do you want to let Sir Cornelius finish his task?
Not when Buckminster's taking damage, I think, so I will definitely go with my bow.
Go ahead and give me a bow shot.
Again?
Go ahead and roll damage.
3.
Oh.
Still not enough.
Nope, he is still up. So he...
Can I throw a dagger at it?
you sure can. Go ahead and make a roll. Can you get 2 points of damage? Yes, you can. The boar falls. Buckminster is whimpering in pain. He's got a terrible gash on his leg, but you have secured 2d6 rations of meat. Let's see how much we get. 4 rations of meat. It will need to be cooked, but you can take the boar in the wagon until you make camp and be able to cook that. Let me have Sir Cornelius. I'm going to have you do a healing roll on Buckminster just to staunch the bleeding, to calm him. He's quite agitated. Nice. Let me just give him his damage here. You get him settled down. The wound looks pretty bad, but he has been through the wars. He's combat trained. He's used to taking these wounds. You calm him, and maybe you even go get one of those apples out of the barrel and give to him to settle him down a little bit. We've got the boar here. We're near the river. Orla, if you want to give me a bushcraft roll with a bane to find that milkweed.
I'm going to push it.
You can't push a demon, unfortunately.
That's right, I forgot. Oh, I'm sorry, Cornelius.
There is no milkweed here to be found. As you continue on the journey, let's do another bushcraft roll from Phelorian with a boon to find the path.
Fingers crossed. Good boon.
Nice. Oops. Let's see. Let me get this from a random encounter. A fair-haired old man comes walking down the path wearing a burgundy robe embroidered with the dragon symbol of Eladane. This is the monk Tephalus that some of you have met before. Greetings, my friends, he says. I find you yet again in the forest. I see you are a bit worse for wear, and he goes up and begins to stroke Buckminster's side of his neck, and Buckminster wicks his ears a bit and nuzzles him with his great head. Tell me, have you had success on your journey? Oh, it would seem you have not. Perhaps you've met with some calamity.
We have, and I don't know if we want to actually show him the pearl. I mean, do we trust this person?
Ooh, do you show him the pearl?
That's a good question. He is from, like, the Order of the Dragon or whatever. Like, as far as I can tell, they're good guys, but I don't know if it's best to be going and showing these pearls around to anybody.
I would say no. Let's kind of keep that to ourselves.
Oh, we did manage to clear an infestation of hobgoblins. I would call that success.
Ah.
Yeah.
To rid the forest of that menace will surely pose good fortune and good tidings. I appreciate your service on behalf of the woods. Tell me, you have this deer following you. Is this Urd?
You are a wise man. Yes, this is our friend of nature.
What happened to him?
It would seem to me his magic must have backfired on him. He was a man of animism, was he not? So it seems naturally may have reverted to some wild form, but we've been unable to dispel whatever it is.
Oh, well, please stand aside. And he walks up to Urd and takes his head in his hands and looks him in the eye, lowers his head, makes a gesture, and whispers the word, "Be gone." And Urd, he casts Dispel on you. If you would like to become a dwarf again, that will happen. Or are you enjoying being a deer?
Huh? There's not been a lot expected of me while I was a deer, but I'll be a dwarf again.
Excellent.
I mean, at least until I try to cast a spell and have another magical mishap.
Right. Yeah, this will last all of 10 minutes or so. Let me just fix your artwork here. I'll make you back as the dwarf that you once were. He asks if he can share your company as he travels the same direction that you are headed.
Sure.
Sure. Tephalus, I
Yes.
sought you out in the forest, but because I wanted to find what was blighting the forest, but my friends here have told me what our quest is. So I don't need to ask you that anymore, but I would like to ask you, my friend here ate some bad rabbit. Is there anything you can do to help him? I can hear his stomach gurgling from meters away.
Oh, yes, I think I've just the thing for that. And he reaches into his pouch and pulls out a small vial of liquid. It's pink, kind of thick. This bismuth here will help. Please, drink this up. And I will give you a constitution roll with a boon. If you pass this roll, you will no longer be afflicted. Oh.
Very nice.
Okay. the disquietude in your entrails begins to settle and calm, and you feel a sense of ease passing over you. You are no longer diseased. You will be able to recover healing normally.
Thank you, kind monk. I was sickened by the rabbit prepared by our necromancer.
Well, I don't cook meat too often.
I think Sir Cornelius will cast a bit of a glance back at Phelorian.
It happens. Now, my friends, how can I assist you on your journey?
Well, Urd now that he's feeling himself, will try to heal Cornelius and the horse.
Yeah, go ahead and make a roll.
And see if I can turn myself back into a deer.
Oh, close.
Now, I'll become disheartened and... Disheartened, there you go. So, Cornelius will get 11 back.
Oh, nice. What about Buckminster?
Seven back.
Nice. Mark those off here.
Would an offering of silver to our traveling friend here be considered an insult to his order, or
Do you
beneficial?
ask him this out loud?
Yes.
Oh, would not be an insult at all. I can use this to fund research and to perhaps aid those I meet on my path that are in need of encouragement and assistance. And knowing it came from you would be well. Oh, yes, thank you. Now, are you headed towards the old barrows?
Indeed we are.
That place has not been touched for quite some time. I would advise you to be wary. It is said that the Black Knight travels those lands, passing through the barrows and the forest nearby. Should you encounter him, flee.
Thank you, my friend.
Yes, of course. Come, let us journey northwards.
Thank you, friend.
You continue on your journey. As you walk, Urd, Tephalus inquires about the mishap that befell you, and he assures you that you show great promise as a spellcaster, and he has any of the general spells he would be willing to teach you if you share your camp with him this next night.
Ooh.
So any one general spell, and that would also go for Phelorian. So Phelorian, if there is a general spell from the general spell list you would like to learn, he will teach you. At the end of the adventure, when you do your improvement rolls, since you would have a teacher, I believe the way that it works is that you, rather than trying to improve like your animism or necromancy, if you succeed on that roll, you learn the spell. It doesn't improve your skill, but you would learn that spell. So it would be, I believe that's how it works. Let me look that up real quick. Learning magic.
So, yeah, the wiser you are, the harder it is.
Yeah, so, let's see. Oh, no. Oh, okay, so here's how it works. So if you have a teacher, the lesson takes one shift. You cannot activate the new spell until the end of the game session. You must then use an advancement mark for the school to learn the new spell instead of trying to increase your skill level. You make a roll against intelligence with a boon. On a success, you learn the spell. Otherwise, you do not. And if you try to learn it from like a scroll or a grimoire, But it works the same way as a teacher, but you roll against languages instead of intelligence and without the boon. So you would put a check mark on your magical skill. You would, rather than making that improvement roll, you would make an intelligence roll with a boon. If you pass, you learn the spell. So I will let you kind of look that over. In fact, why don't we take about an 8-minute break right here. That'll give you guys, if you want to look through the spell list real quick, a chance to do that. That'll give us a chance to get a drink of water, use the restroom, anything that anyone might need. Everyone okay to take a break here? Yeah, he will teach you any one spell from the general list.
Any level?
Okay. Any level that you have access to. So if you have the prerequisite for it, he will teach you that.
Yep. So I'd like to learn transfer.
Excellent. Let's go ahead and take about an 8-minute break, and I will see you back on the other side.
Sure.
times I roll 20. The dragon goes down, the DM plenty. I leave with the princess, a satchel chock full of gold. We head to the tavern, where my mighty tale unfolds. Crafted from numbers on living paper. I skip from the mundane to a naval caper. While in real life, my fate isn't spoken. Hero roll of the dice and my fate isn't spoken. The king honored me with the mighty crossbow. It's blessed by the elves, he said. I thank him and I go. The life of a hero, struggling to stay alive. It's worth all the hardship though, 'cause now I'm a level 5. Level 5.
All right, I am back. Just wait till everyone else is here.
Alrighty.
I'm with you.
Perfect. So, Phelorian, do you know what general spell you might want to learn?
Sorry, who's that to?
To Phelorian.
Oh, sorry, what was that?
What do you know? What general spell you would like to learn or attempt to learn from Tephilos?
Yeah, I guess I would choose Dispel.
Dispel seems like that could have been useful to have.
Yeah. Am I still able to try to upgrade my School of Magic at the end?
So
if I
no,
learn
you can do one or the other. So,
right.
Yep.
Right. Odds are I have 16, so odds are I'll fail to upgrade it. Whereas learning a spell's permanent.
Right. And the likelihood of you learning that's probably pretty high because you just need to make an intelligence roll with it.
Yeah, I could just fail at as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Perfect. I think we're all here. So, as we journey, this would be about the area where we would make camp. It is during this camp time that Tephilos is teaching you and instructing you on these spells, how to dispel a magical effect, as though just like you just saw that he did with Urd, and also how to transfer willpower points, which Phelorian is familiar with this as well, but it's interesting to see this different approach that he is instructing Urd. This will occupy. Yes.
Sorry, it's got that delay going, so I always feel like I'm interrupting. As we're journeying along, is he teaching spells to anybody?
Yeah. So as you journey, he is teaching those to Urd and Phelorian, and then when you stop for camp is when he will really give you the kind of the meat of the lesson, and then at the end of this session you can try to make that attempt to gain that spell.
While we're traveling along then, can I just ask him if he would point out anything to teach me anything about the forest, perhaps things that are edible or things to not eat and things like that as we go along?
Yeah, in fact, I will give you the opportunity. Do you already have an improvement mark on your bushcraft?
I do.
Okay, I will give you the opportunity if you want to check the healing box, because he's going to teach you some healing herbs. So
I'll let you. Be fantastic.
Yeah, I'll let you check that box.
Yeah, I couldn't find the thing that would have helped Cornelius, so that would have been good.
Yeah, you knew what it was, but you just weren't able to locate it. So he's going to instruct you on alternatives that you might use in place of that milkweed.
Thank you.
As you make camp, Phelorian and Urd, your time will be occupied in learning the spell. Orla, you can set up camp with your bushcraft roll, and then we could have Quillbeak and probably sleep while Cornelius watches, and then vice versa. So I'll have Orla make the bushcraft roll first.
Do I have a boon on that?
You do have a boon. Excellent. And then let's say that Cornelius, since you're recovering from illness, you sleep first. So if you want to do that full rest. And then Quillbeak, if you want to give me an awareness roll. And I'm going to heal up Buckminster as well. So Quillbeak, if you can do an awareness roll, and then we can switch, and Cornelius can do an awareness roll while Quillbeak sleeps. And then Urd and Phelorian, if you guys need to sleep, you can, and same with as well with you, Orla.
I'm not going to push it.
Okay. And then you've got enough meat from that boar. In fact, Tephilis will cook it, and as he's instructing, he's using the cooking fire as a teaching tool to teach about how magic can change things from one state to another, from one being to another, as he transfers, the heat of the fire into the meat, or as he dispels whatever worms or parasites might have been in that, using the fire. He uses this as a simple tool to teach you these things. Cornelius, give me an awareness roll as you keep watch. You notice that Tephilis sleeps rather easily that night, and unconcerned about whatever dangers there might be in the forest, as though he feels he is in good company. The dawn comes early. Tephilis bids you farewell. His journey lies further to the south, and you find it interesting that he said his journey was leading him northward, and he journeyed with you for several hours, but now it's going back southward, as though perhaps he meant to travel with you all this time, or he hoped to learn something from you all. And having done that, he now heads south. Do you have any last questions, or...
Is he heading to that table to sacrifice a lion?
No, I am journeying down to the lake. There's a little lake at the southern end of this road. One of these days, make your acquaintance known there. There's a woman there that will be pleased to meet you.
I'm informed that there is nothing, that the Black Knight, nothing prevents him from just attacking. It's not like there's any negotiating with him.
No, in fact, typically the first you will know of him is when you hear the hoofbeats bearing down upon you.
Is there any weakness that he has that you're aware of?
None of which I know, but I seek to discover that. And should you find out anything, please let me know, that we can share this knowledge amongst all the friendly travelers of the woods. For he is a menace and a terror.
Sure.
Anything else from anyone before Tephalus leaves?
Tephalus?
Yes.
You've told us of the night, but is there anything you can tell us about the old barrows that we need to be wary of or would help us? Aside from the people we go to meet, whom I distrust have our best interest at heart?
I do not know the people that you are meeting. They I have not met in my travels, nor have I heard of their reputations. But the barrow holds the tomb of a brave knight, his squire, his consort, and the servants. And some things are better left to rest. But I will leave the task up to you, because some things that have been buried should not see the light of day, and other things could come forth in a new light.
Do you feel that there could be a key there?
Of keys I know not, but of tools I do, and I believe there are tools that could assist one who seeks the keys. When you are finished, please find me at the little lake, at the small cottage on the shore. We will speak more of keys.
Thank you, and thank you for your wisdom of the forest.
He bows, nods his head to you, and as he walks, he holds out his right hand, and a small crow flitters down from the trees, alighting upon his hand. He strokes it a few times, whispers something into its ear, and the crow flies off. It is a scene of peace and oneness with nature that, for you, Orla, is just absolutely is a wonderful sight to see.
Just before we get to the barrows, just an observation I made. If you look at the map, it looks like there might be the 3 keys in the corners. Up by the Hobgoblin Caves where we found the black pearl, there's a black pearl. And then over on the other side, there's a white pearl. And then down at the bottom, there's a horn by the swamp. I don't know if that's actually a clue, but I just noticed that while I was looking at the map.
Yeah, this curious map that you purchased does seem to have more information on it than first met the eye. So you can see the black pearl up here at the Hobgoblin Cave. You can see the white pearl over here and the horn down here. There's also
a black
knight.
Oh, he looks cool.
And it looks like someone seated upon a throne, perhaps a kingly figure, some other sort of knight.
Or like some kind of creepy mummy thing. That doesn't look normal. That's a cool helmet.
Got the wings coming out the side. You see another black knight on the map drawn up here along the path.
That was the one I noticed earlier.
Your journey...
Where was the horn?
The horn is down on the bottom right corner, right down here. Like an old hunting horn, made from the horn of a bull. Or perhaps a minotaur. You find your way to the old barrows. You see before you arrive the smoke from a campfire. And upon arriving, you will see the 2 men that Quillbeak met. Let me post a picture of them.
Yeah, they look good. They look great. They look really trustworthy.
Right, nothing sinister about them at all. They see you on the path. Ah, my fine feathered friend. You have kept your word. And they introduce themselves to Orla, bowing low as like gentlemen. Ivil and Felundrus at your service. You have come seeking gold, precious silver, magic. It lies but ahead, and they point towards an old barrow off in the distance. When you look at the barrow, you see this image. A ring of standing stones atop a mound. This surely must be from ancient times. We should go there while the sun still shines. Come, my friends, adventure awaits.
Fascinating. Who knows how old the cell is?
The forest opens into a meadow 100 meters across, and in the middle of which is a small hill. On the hill is the ring of standing stones, oblong and human-sized. As you approach, in the center of the ring is a round stone slab about 2 meters wide, partially hidden by soil and grass. On the stone slab is an inscription. It's written in an ancient tongue. It is not Elvish, Dwarven, Common, or in the tongue of the ducks. If someone would like to try to interpret that, it would take a languages roll.
I'd probably give it a go. A little bit of a scholar myself. Ah,
You want to push that.
yeah, not even somebody has learned this. I know.
Oh, even worse. Yeah, you look at this and just cannot make light of this. Perhaps Urd, with his wise eyes, can read this. Quillbeak can neither make sense of this inscription.
Maybe it's just really poorly written.
It's just someone was just scratching something on here and in their boredom.
Orla can have a look. She's only got a 6, but hey, who knows? Gonna peer at it. It's a demon. Is that actually writing?
Yeah, you're not convinced that it is writing. In fact, but as you look, you think you
Oh.
maybe... Ooh, excellent. So Urd gets it. But Orla, as you read this, you think that it is an invitation to do wonderful things, to do marvelous things. Inside, surely there are treasures that abound. But
Paul
Urd...
said we had to be careful what we took, but obviously we're going to be so careful and we're going to get amazing things.
Well,
Urd, when you read that springtime buds and flowers bright, summer's sun and balmy night, autumn leaves in vibrant glow, winter's snow and icy woe.
Don't go in there in winter?
There is a round hole that leads below ground. You can see against the wall hangs an old rope ladder that disappears into the darkness. The air rising from the depths is cold and damp. You can see spiders and worms crawling on the sides of the shaft.
What time of year is this?
It is early fall, probably a few months before the onset of winter.
Maybe that means we'll get lucky and any growth inside will be illuminated. Bioluminescence.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast light on your sword either way.
Light on Sir Cornelius's sword.
Yep.
Let me...
Well, I will draw my sword and lead the way with that.
good fellow.
Let me move us to the new map.
Orla has clear eyes that suspiciously scrutinize everyone, and through this whole thing she's suspiciously scrutinizing that pair of ne'er-do-wells.
And they seem to have an eager look on their faces. They're excited for what lies ahead. Please, Orla, give me an awareness roll.
like them. I don't trust them.
You see them kind of looking at each other and nodding. They're eager and excited for what must lie in here. In fact, you notice that one of them, Felundrus, he kind of turns and eyes Buckminster and the wagon, and then looks back at the rest of you. Cornelius, the rope ladder. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just going to say, when I get a chance, I'm actually going to whisper to Cornelius and just say that that guy has his eye on your horse.
The rope ladder leading down is in poor condition, and its rotting wooden rungs will soon give way. It will take an acrobatics roll to make your way down to the bottom. You want to push that?
No.
Okay, let me put you on.
I don't. I wouldn't worry about my horse. He can handle himself in battle.
Let me put you on the map and
Good to know.
give you some light here.
I just think that he thinks that perhaps it will be his horse when he comes back up.
Maybe so, but I don't think Buckminster would accept another rider. In fact, I believe he killed a hobgoblin who came upon him not but a week ago.
It would be a great comfort to us to know that while we are dead in the barrow, your horse has made mincemeat of these men.
So, failing your acrobatics roll, you will fall 5 meters down to the ground. Now, with a fall, anything under 2 meters, you don't take any damage. But with 5, you take half of that in d6s. We're going to round that down to 2, so you can take 2d6 damage, and armor does not protect you. Ooh. You're going to take 10 points of damage.
Hey, lucky he got over his tummy bug.
Yes, so he can heal. So you hit the ground hard, and as you do, your magical light illuminates a small area. You can see doorways to the north, east, south, and west. Who is next down the rope ladder?
I'll go.
Give me an acrobatics roll as well.
I have a rope. I can use that, yes?
Yeah, that will give you a boon.
A boon.
Roll.
And it did not help. I'll push that.
Okay.
And I still fall.
Still falls.
Ouch.
You will also take 2d6 points of falling damage. 6 points, and armor does not protect you. Who is next?
Waiting for the two guys to go down.
I don't want to go down, I'll be honest. That could just kill me. That could just flat out kill me, and I have 6 acrobatics. I'm good.
Can we lower you down with a rope?
Yes, that would require a strength roll from...
I can wait at the bottom and catch Phelorian if he falls.
I would give you a... if you fall, I would say that would reduce your damage by half if he is trying to catch you. So if you are lowered down on the rope, whoever is lowering you, probably Orla, can make a strength roll.
I can do that. Not my super
Can I help
best,
Orla?
but-
Yes,
Yeah,
and
can
that
we
would give
both
her
do
a
it?
boon. Oh,
boon.
take the dragon.
You go down as smooth as silk, touch lightly upon the ground.
Is Urd next?
Oh. Urd will help lower Orla down. He'll get on us.
So there will be
I don't
no
wanna
boon
go.
on this strength roll.
I don't want to go until I see these men go down. Are they coming down with us, or are they standing at the top?
They offered to hold the rope to help lower you down. We will help your man.
We will help you down first.
Well, ensure that it is safe, and then we will come down. There may be danger. Let us know when the danger is past.
I'm gonna look at Urd.
How about we compromise? 3 of the party are already down. One of you go down, and the other one can be last.
They look at each other. Oh, very well. And one of them will head down. Do you lower him with the rope?
Yeah, Orla
Sure.
can. With I'll help.
Okay, give me another
He
roll there.
Jump like the rest of us.
Yeah, we should have thought of this earlier. We lower him down. Gently, not quite as gently as we did our friend.
He gets lowered down and then looks up. All right, who's next?
All right, Orla, go ahead. Me and this guy help lower you down.
Okay. You guys do your strength.
So if he's helping me, do I get a boon on the
Yes.
strength?
Yep, you will get a boon.
All right.
Orla's gonna help herself as well as she goes.
Oh, that boon was very useful. All right, let me get Orla down there.
All right. So, is he lowering me, or do I need to make acrobatics?
He will lower you. He kind of wraps the rope around his waist. Let me give him a roll here. You need to make an acrobatics to try and
Sure.
negate some of this falling damage. Do you want to push that?
Acrobatics is not great, but sure, why not?
And I will try and catch Urd if he does end up falling.
Give me a strength roll, Sir Cornelius. Oh, oh dear. You're going to take 1d6 damage. So between your failed acrobatics and Sir Cornelius catching you, you're flailing a little bit, and you and you take 6 damage as you hit hard. The man that came down, Ivil, says, "Felundrus, come on, tie the rope onto something secure so we have a way out." And you see Ivil kind of step over, and he's holding one end of the rope, and you can hear the other man up there. I've almost got it. Orla, since you've been suspicious, give me another awareness roll. Oh, nice. You see him... That's your 4th dragon today. You see him wrapping the rope around his hand, kind of doubling it over both of his fists. You know, the only reason to do this is if he was expecting to be pulled out of there in a hurry.
Okay. I'm gonna grab him and put my arm around his throat and hold my dagger to him. Treachery! Treachery!
As you call this out, you hear the donkeys braying, and you hear the sound of a whip cracking across their back. The rope is pulled taut, and he is pulled upwards. Your blade takes him in the throat and decapitates him.
Yeah.
And you're left holding his head while his body is pulled upwards up the shaft.
Can I try and grab hold of his body and be pulled up with him?
Yes. Give me a roll for that. That's going to be, let's say, an acrobatics.
Can I use my ability adaptive to make that strength?
Yes. So that's one of your human abilities. It lets you substitute another skill.
Oh, that's the only time I've ever seen that used, and it's such a good use of it. Wow, I was like, how would I ever use this? That's amazing.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you grab the body, and you're taking the ride upwards.
Yes.
As you do, that plunges everyone down here into darkness.
I do have a torch. If I could try to frantically light that in the dark.
Yeah, give me a bushcraft roll to light that in the dark.
There was more than 2.
Let me give you a light here. Perfect. You've got a torch lit. You can see right next to you, just to the north of you, there is a body on the ground. Before we get to that, let's go to Sir Cornelius. You are being dragged up the channel. You come out on the top, and you can see that the other man is sitting in the wagon, and he's lashing at the mules. And Buckminster is stomping his feet furiously and looking at you and shaking his head, almost waiting for a command.
I guess I can I whistle to command Buckminster to try and get him off of the wagon, perhaps.
Give me a riding roll
rear
to
upwards
see if he
and
will answer your beckon.
Yeah.
Buckminster nods his head, gallops up to the cart, runs in front of it, and then rises up on his forelimbs, delivering a powerful kick to the man in the wagon. And
Nice.
Let me roll this. Let's see if he gets it. You hear a loud crack as his iron-shod hooves snap at the man. He fails with the kick, but he does cause the man to lose control of the wagon, and it stops pulling you, and Buckminster is pawing at the ground and pawing at the wagon, and the man turns and sees you and begins to thrash again at the mules, trying to get the wagon to go.
And I'm assuming during this time I'm going to be charging towards the wagon.
Okay. As you are charging, Buckminster will rear up one more time to kick. And he strikes the side of the wagon, nearly toppling the wagon as his powerful back legs strike it. Do you send the cats up? You toss up a cat?
Well, the cats didn't come down with me. They're in the wagon.
Oh, they're in the wagon. Oh, okay.
This jackass is trying to come away with the wagon. The cats aren't happy about this.
I love this. Give me a roll for this.
Beast Lord?
Yeah, give me a Beast Lord roll. I like that. I still want this to work.
Oh. Nice.
Okay. What is the mother cat's name?
Huh? That'll be Amalthea.
Amalthea. She leaps up and puts both foreclaws on this man's eyelids and just pulls them back. And his eyes are wide open as the cat is just raking at his face. You can hear the deep guttural growl, and the man's thrashing about, trying to nearly toppling the wagon as Buckminster is kicking and flailing. Cornelius, you're able to get up to the wagon. You can grab the mules or the donkeys and try to slow them down. You could also try and jump up onto the wagon. Buckminster is still furiously trying to dislodge this man, like removing a tick from the back of a dog. What do you do?
I'll try and get the wagon under control, but I'd like to try and keep him alive if I can.
Okay, let me just roll some damage for the cat. Okay. Give me a roll for this. This is going to be a strength roll. So you manage to get a hold of the donkeys and pull tight on their neck, and they stop, and the wagon bounces. It drags you along for a minute. Buckminster comes in with another kick. Ooh, this will be a success. Oh, let's see. That might do it. Let me check his hit points. Wondrous. Okay, he is nearly knocked unconscious as the cat pulls back on his head Buckminster drives a hoof right into the man's throat, and you see him gasping and choking as he is ejected from the wagon. And the cat goes flying through the air, just raking with back claws as it holds onto this man's head. It lands, of course, on all 4 feet, and then trots back to the wagon, hops in, and begins to lick the kittens in there. As the man is clutching his throat, trying to breathe, he's turning 3 shades of purple. Cornelius, you can reach down and get your hands on him. What do you do with this man?
I'd like to try and stabilize him if I can.
Give me a healing roll. Yeah, you roll this man over, you give him a good whack on the back, and he exhales. It opens up his airway enough that he can breathe. He can hardly speak. His larynx has been crushed by Buckminster. He looks at you just in terror and shaking his head. No, 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 he tries to say, and waving his hands as though to ward you off. What do you do with him?
I'm going to take him back to the hole with me. I figure this is a dangerous place. We can have him in the lead as a meat shield.
Nice. Do you lower him down into the hole or just push him in?
I'll lower him down.
On the rope, you'll have to... it'll take you a moment to remove the rope from the wagon, untie his dead companion, and then lower him down. But you get him
catch him
down.
at the bottom.
Why don't you use the dead companion, put his body in the spokes, and that way it'll be like an anchor.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll secure the rope that way. That seems like a good way to do that.
I'll just toss the head over to the side.
Get you back in here. Okay, we are all down in the barrow. So,
Sir Cornelius, my deepest apologies for bringing us to this dark place.
Well,
no worries. I'm sure there are treasures to be had here.
The whole place is a treasure.
This narrow passageway has a beaten dirt floor and openings leading off in several directions. It is dark, and you hear something rattling in the shadows. You see that dark figure on the floor a few meters to the west. As you begin to mill about here, you can see insects crawling all over you as you walk around. The insects begin to crawl up Phelorian's legs. Please give me a will roll to resist a fear attack, Phelorian.
Creepy guy. Surely he's not going to mind a few bucks.
Yes. Well, I do love a good cave.
Yeah, graves do not hold the same sway
This is
over
where I
you that
belong.
they might for others.
Quillbeak could get 5 healing back.
Nice. Quillbeak heals for 5. The dark figure on the ground outside there's a door. It looks like the remains of a dead adventurer. If anyone wants to examine that, you can make a healing roll to determine how he might have been slain. Orla, you're not sure. You can tell there's a sword stuck in his back, and it's possible that did it. Looks like he's maybe been dead, maybe a couple of days, and Phelorian says, no. The sword took his life, but it's been about 2 weeks. Look at the decomposition of his body. He's wearing chainmail, he has a broadsword, and a backpack. They're all in decent condition, but any supplies inside have been eaten by insects. To the south, you see a broken door. Looks as though someone has attempted to open it. Across or near the entrance, there is a rusty crowbar. To the west, there is an iron-studded door made of oak. It bears the symbol of a leaf. To the north are 2 iron-studded doors that bear the symbol of a snowflake. To the east, an iron-studded oak door bearing the symbol of a flower. And again, the broken door to the south bears the symbol of a sun.
Rhyme. The rhyme.
Oh, yes.
Let's follow the sun.
Don't go for
Yeah,
winter.
it's autumn. And Corny gets 7 back.
So 7 hit points for Cornelius. Excellent.
Thank you. I was down to 6 hit points, so that is helpful.
Springtime buds and flowers bright, summer's sun and balmy night, autumn leaves in vibrant glow, winter's snow and icy woe.
So to the east is the symbol of a flower, to the south the symbol of a sun, to the west a symbol of a leaf, and to the north snowflakes on the doors.
So either we have to go in order, or since it's autumn, we need to go west where the leaf is.
Make a myths and legends roll, Urd.
Oh.
Do you want to push that?
Sure, why not? Yeah, why not? I'm trying to figure out how. I don't want. Yeah, it's that one.
I think scared would be appropriate. You know it's one of those two choices. Is it based on the writing or based on the time of year that you come down here? And you're just not certain. It's one of those two.
All right. We'll have our guide open the one to the west.
That's very handy, isn't it?
He walks over, looks at the door. I'm no adventurer. The door is locked, and he points at it. It could be picked by anyone with lockpicks, or perhaps forced open. I'm not strong enough to open it, nor am I skilled.
Well, how about grab it real hard and try and yank it open? Do your best. As Urd grabs his crossbow, just give it a shot.
Oh. He cannot move the door. It just does not budge. And you see he is pulling with all his might.
All right. Well, try this one over here then. See if that's any easier.
The one to the east?
East. Yep.
It likewise appears to be locked. We'll give it a tug. He gives it a really good pull, and you see the door moving, but his strength is insufficient. Perhaps you could beat it down with weapons, with an axe or sword or something.
I look at Quillbeak. Quillbeak, aren't you our door unlocker?
Indeed I am.
Oh, what about the handy hand? What about Mr. Undead Hand?
Good question. He actually can't do any kind of lockpicking. Or if he can, it's like skill 5. He's just good at not getting stabbed and kind of good at choking things, maybe.
Do you want to go west or east then?
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I feel like it would be a weird puzzle if it was set up to know what time of year it was, because this crypt could be like hundreds of years old. So that would be weird magic. How would they even do that?
While we still have him, can he at least try the other doors?
Why not, I guess.
So the door to the south, it looks like someone has tried to break in there. He could possibly open that one if you want him to try.
That would be winter?
There's even a tool for him, free of charge.
No, that would be summer.
Oh,
the sun.
okay, yeah, sorry, wrong side of the planet here.
That's what you get when the people that made this adventure are in Sweden. You know, it's North Hemisphere centric.
Yeah.
Do you want him to try that southern door? It would seem that he could open this one, but according to your line of thinking, this would not be the correct first door in either approach.
as much fun as it might be to find out what happens, if whatever's behind this door is hungrier for more than just one person, I don't think we should knowingly make a mistake.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
You want me to try to pick the lock to the west?
Orla looks at the smart people.
Oh, I feel like it just goes by the riddle's composition. Springtime, summer, autumn, winter, but there's really no way to tell until you've tried it.
I'm having way too much fun with this, knowing what the answer is. This is awesome.
I think let's go ahead and go to the one to the west.
So the autumn door, fall. Quillbeak, that will be you'll get a boon on this. I believe you do have lockpicks, do you not?
I do.
Perfect. You'll be able to open this. It'll be with a boon with your lockpicks. I believe that is it sleight of hand?
I don't know. Sorry.
Let me pull up your character sheet.
I do have sleight of hand.
I believe it's sleight of hand. If it doesn't ask you to use your lockpicks as a boon, you can go ahead and add that boon on there.
Oh, I'm dazed, so it has Bane selected.
Oh yeah, because you are dazed.
Well, so I'll try to pick it anyways.
So it would be a straight roll. So if it has a Bane, you can still add a boon. So it'll just be a straight roll.
Oh.
Do you want to push that roll?
Yeah, I'll push it.
The door opens. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to pause it while I see just how this reacts. Okay.
Well, if it's just unlocked and not opened yet, we should send in the Felundrus first.
You send him in at knife point?
Is there any other way?
Maybe I could put my hand on him.
Push him into the room. When he passes the threshold of that door, all of the other doors open.
Oh.
That was not the correct answer. Let me get these things visible.
Back up.
So
Some things to do
was
with...
this expecting an elementalist that could do different types of elements for?
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's something to do with like bright night glow or something.
Don't tell me. I want to play this again someday.
But this was not the correct answer. So let me grab everybody and put them into combat. This might be a little rough. I think you guys are up for it.
I don't know, man.
Oh man, there's a lot of bad guys. Okay, you can go. Let me see if any of these have ferocity. I think one of them.
Oh no.
Might. Actually, maybe two of them do. Oops.
Could we put
Is there enough in here where we need to retreat up the rope?
Let's see.
Some of us would have a real hard time getting off that rope right now.
If you guys do this intelligently, focus your fire, I think you got a chance.
I'm not a smart man.
This could be a TPK. We'll see.
God.
There's a riddle here, probably, but
Orla, you are up first. From here, you can only see one being, and it looks to be this ghastly figure. I can post a picture here. Where is it? Oh. It looks to be some sort of living spirit rising up from a grave. Your turn. But you can hear movement in all of the other rooms.
Well, if we go after one room, then we can use that as the door as a choke point for the rest.
Okay.
but all rooms
And
have
I'm
something
gonna
in it.
say, keep thinking about the riddle.
But if we get overwhelmed, we can't escape up the ladder.
I have acrobatics of 6. I'm not even gonna try. I'm just gonna die down here.
Yeah, I'm just as bad.
So we're having this discussion as they're coming towards us, and I'm just gonna say, well, let's find out if it'll take a bow. So I'm gonna do twin shot because
Okay.
I'd be crazy not to. And shoot my longbow with the bane. God, that sucks so hard. Okay, roll my damage. So that's two lots of the damage, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm aiming them, unless it looks like it's going down, but I'm not even sure if my arrow's just going to go right through.
Is
so.
your bow magical?
No.
The arrows pass straight through the spirit.
Okay. When I see the first one go through, can I turn and try for one in the hall beside me, that I could hear coming through?
Let me see.
Before we say that, as she's shooting at the one she can see, I'm still by the door. Can I try to close it and use the lock picks to relock it?
On your turn, you can
Okay.
attempt to do that.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay. So if I
so
step to here,
Yep, because you can still move. You're able to move. So from there, can you see this guy right up here,
I can see this guy.
or the guy to the south? Yep, you can.
Yeah,
your
I can
second
see
shot
the
can be at one of those.
We don't really want to go south, but I can't see the guy to the north, so I'm gonna
And
just
you
make my
know that
second
you
shot.
hit, and so let me send you.
Yes.
So are you shooting at the one to the south? Or the,
Yeah, I'm going to shoot the one to the south because I can see him. Otherwise, I'd have to move left or right more, I think.
The one to the south
Oh.
looks like this.
Okay.
So you already hit. You just need to roll damage.
Okay. I will try to roll damage for this guy and hope that it's better. But I don't know if it is going to be. So that's a 9.
He does take damage from your shot. Let's see, that's piercing, so that is actually
Yeah.
halved, rounded up, so I need to give him a couple
Yeah.
more points.
Okay. This goes right through his skull
Yep.
and out the other side.
But he
That
still,
guy over there! The arrows went through! This guy, the arrow stuck! Just letting everybody know.
this guy here, he's going to attack Phelorian
Fair.
my HUD with a short sword. Oh, okay. He lays into Phelorian, and he is dead. Just takes his head clean off.
Poetic justice.
And then he steps up
Oh.
towards the door.
He was a meat shield. He at least absorbed a dragon.
Took one shot.
I managed to pass my Constitution save not to laugh my ass off.
Nice. let's see. This is, this one. Okay. Let me get you some artwork for this guy. This is the big bad one.
Ugh. I mean, these are supposed to be good guys. Now we're fighting the good guys.
Let me see what his. Okay. He has
Does
this.
Phelorian speak undead and can maybe try to calm them?
I wish I had control of undead, which is a spell I could have, and I probably could have maybe like stolen a couple of these guys or
Vanish
something.
would be a good one for
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. No, Flora, you don't know shit about this.
A dreadful gaze. This is going to be against Sir Cornelius or Urd. I'll give Sir Cornelius a 1-2, Urd a 3-4.
So, is this considered a magic attack?
This is not a magic attack. This is a fear attack.
Sure.
And let's see. The unlucky player, Urd, stares directly into the White's horrible eyes as a wheezing sound is heard from his throat. You become scared, you suffer a fear attack, and you get a Bane on your will roll to resist. So go ahead and take scared. If you have that, take another one, and then give me a will roll with a Bane.
I already have that, so I'm going to take dazed. So does that mean I have 2 Banes with scared and a Bane?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, man. You succeeded. How in the hell did you succeed?
I have a 17 will.
Oh, wow.
I'm a wizard.
That's true. That's true. This guy down here is going to lash at Quillbeak with a sword. It's a short sword. You can evade that, Quillbeak. You can parry, or you can take the hit.
I want to try evading this.
Okay, give me an evade roll. That will take your turn for the round, so then you wouldn't be able to close the door.
Yeah, if I'm dead, I can't close it anyways.
Yep. You succeed. Sir Cornelius, you've got a white on you. And he looks very menacing.
Well, my sword does magical damage, so I will take a swing at him.
And he is a monster. That is a hit.
Well, I will use Dragon Slayer. And do another D8. Oh, wow.
Another one.
You should just go ahead and...
I don't think I'm going to use that ability anymore. That is the 7th time in a row that I've rolled a 1. I know.
What you should do is
Oh,
add
20
it-
points of damage.
So tell us that when you know it's a hit, before you roll damage. Well, no, I don't think it lets you. It only gives you the option when you roll the dice to hit. So yeah, I guess you can't do that. He does. He takes full damage from your blow.
Still 20.
Quillbeak, you used your action to evade. You can hopefully survive as Phelorian. You've got eyes on several foes.
Got some hard choices to make here. This is bad. This is really bad.
And is your hand in the battle? Yes, it is. Okay.
He is, yeah. I don't think he's gonna help too much. Oh, sorry, I moved the hand with me. He's where I was standing.
I'll move the hand back.
Yeah, that's sorry, because I highlighted us both.
Yeah.
It's my bad.
You could move down to here and shut that door before that bad guy comes out.
Right. Either way, though, there's so many of them. Oh, I guess I can move. Well, it's shutting the door in action.
Yeah,
I don't
so
wanna-
you could move,
yeah.
shut the door, then move back up there if you wanted, but that would take your action.
Yeah, I'm not gonna use my whole action to close the door.
Or is it still our plan to move into one of these rooms and use
I
it
was
as a
kind of
choke
thinking
point?
we'd move to that room with the consort to the east. That was our plan, but Now I don't know because I didn't see that guy to the north.
The guy to the south is probably a much easier foe.
Yeah, he's just a skeleton, so he's probably the weakest of them.
Right.
But that's a bad... Oh no, that's a good direction, right? Oh, I'm doing it again. That's north, that's summer, so at least it's not woe.
Yep.
Well, I think at this point the riddle's useless. I think that was to avoid this.
So yeah, if we could go get down there and shut the door. I don't know if it'll work.
That door
or not.
is damaged, and so it may not hold.
Maybe better different direction then.
Yeah. Gosh, I got no idea. I mean, I like the choke point idea, but all of these rooms have things that are trying to kill us, so...
The servants to the west, that's possibly a little bit less dangerous than the knight.
That's true. But also our strongest character's already acted, so he can't retreat with us now.
No.
But the knight just took a massive hit too.
It's true. I was kind of going to attack the knight. That was what I was going to do, and just focus
and
fire.
And if he's the only one in that room, you may be able to get into that room. And there's 2 entrances, so Quillbeak might be able to sneak in the one door, and then everyone else can go through the other. You just have to deal with that knight. Might be an option.
Yep. Okay. I'm
That's
not
what
much
I'm
use
thinking.
with him, but I can try and keep back the others.
Well, if he's weak enough, I can hopefully roll high enough to maybe kill him on another blow.
It would take... You could potentially get him on one hit if you roll well.
Okay, not terrible.
Let me see, and that's a magical attack. Let me just double check on him. That is... Okay. He takes the hit. The consort. Let's see. Okay, I remember this one. The touch of death. The ghost sticks its translucent hand into the chest of an unfortunate player and grasps the victim's heart. You suffer 2d10 damage and become scared. Armor has no effect. It's probably going to be Urd, because Urd is the closest. Urd, do you want to evade? You can evade or you can take the hit.
Yeah. A monster attack. Problem is, she's got another attack coming
right
up
after
next.
this. Yep.
Yeah, I'll. Well, I'll attempt to evade.
Okay.
Odds aren't good, but it gives me. It doesn't actually change anything.
Right.
Yeah, I failed. Either one.
Do you want to push that?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm gonna need my con. That'll drop me.
So that's going to be 14 damage, which you have 11, so you're going to drop to 0.
Yep.
At least the consort won't hit you again.
I do have healing potions with me. I believe I have 3 in my inventory.
And the hand would be good at that. The ghost lunges at either Sir Cornelius or Phelorian. Strikes with great force. You'll suffer 2d6 bludgeoning damage. You're knocked back the same number of meters and lands prone. We'll do 1, 2 Sir Cornelius, 3, 4 Phelorian. Phelorian, you've acted this turn, haven't you? Yes,
Yep.
you have. Oh, that's not bad. 3 points of damage. I'll let you give that to yourself. You're
Alright.
knocked back 3 meters, which is 1 square, so that will just put you right there.
Oh, shit. That's actually really bad.
And you will be prone, so let me put you as prone.
Nice. That makes it easier to hit me, too.
Right, and you'll take more damage if something does hit you.
Good, good. Just in time.
Is there any chance he got flung into the door and, like, closed the door?
Oh, wouldn't that be lucky?
The door does open out. Give me a... I'm going to have you give me a roll here, Urd. Let's make it... There's not a luck mechanic in here. Let's make it a will roll. Give me a will roll. With a bane. And if you make it, then the door shuts.
The mark some odds. Oh no, Urd, you failed your death roll?
That'll be for next turn, maybe. Oh, you made it? Oh my gosh.
16 willpower, baby.
Yep, you shut the door. Up next is... So Urd failed his death roll.
Right.
And then we go to the knight. The knight's most likely going to attack Cornelius. The white raises its hand, gestures at a player character within 10 meters, so this could be a number of you, inflicting 2d4 damage, throwing you the same number of meters away, landing prone. The attack cannot be dodged. We'll do 10 meters. Is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that could be. We'll say Cornelius is 1, 2, Orla is 3, 4, Phelorian is 5, 6. Phelorian.
Wow.
Ouch.
Well, the door will really be shut at least. Oh,
Ooh,
boy.
8 damage. Ooh.
That was
I'm
like
gonna
good before. That's a
activate
fucking
Guardian.
joke.
Can I do that?
Yes, you can do Guardian.
Because I'm close to the
you're-
monster,
yeah,
can I activate
yes,
Guardian?
because you're right next to him. So you will not take damage, Phelorian, and Sir Cornelius will take 8, but his armor blocks it all.
Good man, thank you.
There should be within 2 meters of both.
Yeah, well, I'm going to assume that the knight actually steps over Urd and comes to here, and it's close. Just because we're getting our asses kicked, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to let Sir Cornelius do that. Phelorian, you hear something pounding on the door to the south. Quillbeak, you see more of these creatures in the room next to you. One will lash out at you with a sword. Oh, it was a demon. Sweet. Hits himself. Normally I don't like where you hit yourself, but I don't mind it if it happens to bad guys. So let's see. His damage is 1d10. Okay, here's what happens. This servant lunges forward, staggers a bit, and drives the blade into his chest. He is fragile and weak, and it finishes him off. He just suicided himself.
Wow, poor guy.
Bloodhand's hand.
Poor guy.
Yeah, so, I mean, the hand could do a couple things. I'm thinking the hand could probably grab the potion from Cornelius and give it to Urd.
Yes.
That would be a smart thing to do, but then the consort might also just kill him immediately next turn.
The hand could also
Try to close
Go
that
close the
door,
door.
or, like, like, try to do something like that as well. So I'm kind of
Would
wondering.
the hand drag Urd to safety?
It is just a hand. I don't know. I mean,
it could move him like 1 square.
Okay, if you're cool with that, I think it like get him huddled up in that corner, probably get him that potion.
Maybe pulls him down there.
It is an action, so yeah. Oops.
So yeah, so it
hand disappears when I put him there, but he's
let
there.
me move him. Let's see. So we'll just keep the hand here. It drags Urd down to the corner. The next round, the consort. reaches its hand into the chest of an unfortunate player character. The victim suffers 2d10 damage. Armor has no effect.
Knows it's got a strong move and it wants to use it.
Actually, it did this one last turn. It's not going to do the same action twice. It does the next one. So let me do the next one. There we go. The undead face contorts into a horrible grimace and lets out a scream that chills the souls of all adventurers within 10 meters. You all suffer a fear attack and must roll against will. And that's actually going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everyone but Quillbeak will need to make a will roll to resist fear.
Ooh.
So I think after pushing rolls, I think everyone made it.
I had to push mine. Just
I
yet.
think Cornelius did as well. Perfect. The squire again. The door is being pounded upon. Let me make a roll here. The one next to Phelorian, and the door holds. This one attacks Quillbeak. Quillbeak, do you want to evade that or take the hit?
I'm going to evade again.
Okay, give me an evade roll.
Ouch.
You want to push that?
Yeah, why not? That would be... yeah, definitely be scared at this point. Oh.
Damn.
That was close.
Both times. You had one success, one fail.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 damage.
Oh,
Your
wow.
armor blocks it, so
Ooh.
nice.
Okay.
No harm. You just lose your turn is the only bad thing.
Yeah.
Knight's turn.
I'm a meat shield.
Yeah, I mean, you're saving us from that turn. So.
Power attack. With creaking
Wow.
joints, the white swings
What?
its weapon in a powerful attack against a character. The damage is rolled with twice the weapon's normal number of dice, 4d8 slashing damage. And the victim is knocked to the ground, and the attack can be parried.
That's
gonna be-
insane.
It's going to be Sir Cornelius. Do you want to evade or parry or take the hit?
I think I have to parry that.
This is like his powerful boss attack. He choreographed it. You see it coming.
So this will take your turn, so you can make a sword roll, and if you succeed, you will parry the hit. Excellent. So you parry. You don't need to roll damage, but you block the blow. The knight then goes...
Do I damage his weapon
it's a magical weapon. It won't be damaged.
with a parry?
Yep.
But is another magical weapon damage it?
Good question. Yeah, roll your damage. Nope, that does not destroy it. The knight will go again. This is a sweeping attack. It sweeps it at you, Cornelius. It'll be 2d8 slashing damage. You cannot dodge or parry. Your armor blocks all of it. The little hand.
Okay, yeah.
It could give a potion to Urd at this point.
Oh yeah, he hadn't done that yet. He just moved him. That's what I was gonna do. Yep, so that's what he would do, is give that potion to Urd.
So Urd will recover 2d6 hit
Right
points.
before he gets his turn, too. That's good timing. Oh, wow.
Oh, 12 hit points.
That little
for Urd.
hand, he knows what
Nice.
he's doing. It, like, seals it. He's get every drop. Good work. It's an
And then-
efficient hand.
Urd's turn. So if you guys can win this, there is a lot of magical items in here. You're being hit with many of them.
please,
so
please.
This would be a great, don't run from this if you can avoid it, because there's a lot of magic here.
Yes, the Indiana Jones staying behind, even though he's
Uh-huh.
helpless. Yeah, I'm that guy. Give me my magic.
Urd, your turn.
All right.
Hit point wise, Quillbeak is at half. Phelorian is down. What about a third? Cornelius he's not missing much. Quillbeak is probably the worst hit point wise, but his foe is much weaker than the foes that you guys are fighting. So maybe he can hold that off single-handedly.
All right, I'm going to.
I'm only down 3 hit points.
Orla's coming for Quillbeak when I eventually actually get a turn.
Holy crap! Okay, I gotta count to see if I have enough to do all this. That. So, how does the dwarven
The ability?
how does Unforgiving work with spellcasting? Would I get a boon in the spellcasting or no?
I'm going to say yes, because normally when you attack, if it's an attack spell, so if you attack someone who harmed you, then you get a boon to the roll. So
All right.
This guy goes on your list.
Oh, the consort's definitely on my list.
Yeah.
All right. 2, 4, 6. And what's my other ability cost me how much?
So you're doing your master spellcaster?
I might be doing all of it. Yeah, I mean just blow
all your willpower.
Blow the entire.
We've got someone who can draw willpower out of people, so
if they don't fail a roll, and they've got like 15 willpower, so odds are I can't do that.
6.
The little ones that Quillbeak is fighting, those ones you would have a much easier chance at. Their willpower would be 10.
Okay, 6. Oh, this is so hard.
Math?
Yeah, so it's 6. That gives me 4 left, which is what I need to cast Lightning indoors.
Oh, you're blowing all of it. I love it.
All right.
On the consort?
All right, so we are going to cast. So she's on my list. Oh wait, then I can't. No. Nope. Yeah, she's on my list. We'll do Unforgiving.
Okay.
I'm not going to do the. I'm not going to do the Master Spellcaster because I won't have enough willpower to cast the second spell either way.
You can draw it out of your hit points, can't you?
Oh, I have that item.
Well, you have that amulet.
Yeah, you have your amulet that has an extra,
the magical amulet we got.
10 willpower in it.
Oh,
and if you learn transfer, you can.
If I learn transfer later on. All right, so she's on the list. Now that item, yeah, we're going to use Master Spellcaster. So I'll cast 2 spells. That item has 7 points left. And I have 4 willpower left. So, 2. So it's 4, 8, 12. No, okay. So, I'll use 4 points and 2 from the item to do a level 2 lightning, yeah. Sorry guys, I apologize this is taking so long.
It's gonna be awesome.
No, it's fine.
Oh yeah.
Right. So alright. So let me roll this real quick just to get this part, and it's going to be on her. So I'm going to roll this with a boon. Thank God I had the boon.
Yep. Nice.
So she'll take 15, which is reasonable. Lightning, unless there's anyone else near her.
Just the knight.
Yeah, well then the knight's going to take 8. That armor does not help prevent.
Ooh. Okay, the knight is almost down, and she is below half.
All right, and then I'm going to use 2 points out of the item which is good.
Ooh, nice.
And I'll heal Phelorian 8 points.
Oh.
Phelorian or Quillbeak? Quillbeak's lower.
It's a touch spell.
Oh, yeah, it has to be Phelorian then. Sweet.
Because he was lower than Orla, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's almost all. That's all I got.
Blow all your willpower in one shot, plus extra. Boy, you give the guy a healing potion, and look at what he does. Phelorian, your turn. I assume you want to stand up.
Yeah, that would probably be a good
Let
idea.
me fix your prone state. So you're no longer prone. All right, the door to the south of you seems to be holding. Quillbeak is dodging blades like crazy. Cornelius is locked in mortal combat with the knight. Urd just brought lightning down upon the consort and the knight. What do you do?
Right. Cornelius goes after me. The knight's pretty hurt.
You can trade places if you want to swap cards with someone.
That's true. That's true. You know what? Let's look at that. I'll swap.
Although I was hoping to take down the knight and then rush forward and do double slash.
All right. Well, I'll swap with Cornelius then. Oh, because I at least want to go with them. I feel like I want to act based on how a couple of the people do things.
We'll jump to
But
Cornelius
does
then.
Cornelius have an action?
So it's his action now. If he's swapping initiative with
Did
Phelorian.
you parry?
Oh,
Did
you did. You
Cornelius
parried.
parry?
Oh, yeah. Yep, you're right.
Oh yeah, I did. I forgot about
So
that.
we'll go back to Phelorian. So Plan B.
Okay.
It's because the turns are taking so long
Yeah,
to get
okay.
around to it again.
All right. Plan B. I'm just gonna attack the knight then. I want to stay by this door in case it just blows open, or like, you know, I guess I won't make a difference at that point.
Right.
I'm hoping once he falls, the others crumble to dust.
Oh, nice. Roll damage. Tell me how your heart reaches in and destroys the knight.
Yeah, I suppose this thing's probably like a, you know, some kind of spirit, which maybe makes it different. I mean, this hand comes out of me, so who knows what Phelorian feels at that point, but it just kind of like grapples with the body, and then I think it kind of like a Jedi's death. I think the thing just pops, and then the clothes and the sword clatter, and he's just gone.
Nice. They just clatter down to the ground.
Good deal.
Quillbeak, did you use your turn to evade? Let me see.
Yeah, and I failed both rolls.
That's right. But that's unfortunately that will still take your turn. Sir Cornelius, you parried. The servants. This one will attack Quillbeak. Quillbeak's over here holding off a whole room full of guys. That's going to be a hit.
Not too bad.
Oh, not too bad. Not bad. Let me. I'll go ahead and assign that to you. And then Orla, your turn. Now, seeing what has happened, you know that your weapons will not damage the consort, but you give me a beast lore roll really quickly, as you have seen the effect of your weapons.
I am heading for Quillbeak for sure.
Okay.
Weirdly, I've only got a 6 for Beast Lord. Nope.
Nope. So you know that your weapon will most likely not damage the consort, but the foes that Quillbeak is battling do not seem nearly as imposing. There's a good chance that your arrows would strike true with them.
Right, I'm gonna do. God, I'm gonna do a twin shot.
Hit the two of them.
Kinda,
Sweet.
yeah.
Duck! Duck!
Yeah, duck.
You have to say quack, and then he'll know.
Quack. Right. So.
That reminds me. I think I
With the bane.
have a. Oh, I do. I have a quack sound effect.
I hit.
Nice,
Okay.
nice.
Damage.
And the quacking too. It's perfect. Moral support.
Okay, so that's my damage on the first one.
Okay.
Is that enough
That
to
is
take
not
it
enough
down?
to take him down.
Okay,
But he's
I
very
go the
close.
second one then. I'll go the second one.
Oh,
It's 8 down.
how do you kill the second one?
What is it? It's a skeleton?
Yes.
So basically, arrow in each eye.
Nice. And he drops. The consort. He took a pretty good lightning hit. Ghostly embrace. The ghost emits an unnatural wheeze and appears right in front of an adventurer within 10 meters, wrapping them in a deadly embrace to smother their spark of life. 2, 3, 4, 5. This could be 1, 2 is Cornelius, 3, 4 is Urd, 5, 6 is Phelorian, 7, 8 is Orla.
I love to
Phelorian?
roll.
Yeah.
Do you have? Let's see. You've taken your turn. Oh yeah, this is the last one. Okay.
Yeah, everybody's taking their turn.
Could do 3 damage. Oh,
Can I do Guardian?
Yes, because it moved past you to get there. I'll say you can use Guardian.
Yeah, good man.
That is the best heroic ability.
You will take 14. Your armor will block 8 of that, so you'll take 6.
I am, let's see, down to 7 hit points.
The consort will go next. Death Stare. It towers over a player character, staring directly into their soul with its dead eyes. The victim sees their life pass before their eyes and is tormented by grotesque visions of all their dead friends and foes. The victim becomes scared, suffers a fear attack, and gets a bane on their will roll. This could be any one of you, so I'm going to roll a d10. So 1, 2 Cornelius, 3, 4 Urd, 5, 6 Phelorian, 7, 8 will be Orla, and 9, 10 will be Quillbeak.
What is the luck?
Phelorian. But it's a will roll, which you're good at.
Yeah, but I got a bane, so...
And you will become scared.
It makes me scared, yeah, which is immediately makes you a bane on your roll.
Do you want to try to evade this?
Ooh. I'll take it.
Okay. Give me a will roll with a bane, so you'll have a double bane on there.
Oh,
the demon. Let me mark
Typical.
this down. You scream in horror, which causes everyone in here to suffer a fear attack as well. So everyone else needs to make a will roll.
Failed it. I'm gonna push it.
Okay. Orla failed.
Chance,
Quillbeak
hey,
failed.
Being scared makes sense right now.
nice.
So
I'm scared,
So
but now I'm not scared.
just Quillbeak. So Quillbeak will also take a fear condition. Let me roll to see what that will be.
Ah.
It can't be the same thing. That would be silly.
Yeah, because we
Thank
don't
you.
have to roll again anyway.
Right. Although it does say you only have to roll one. Oh, Wild Panic. In a fit of utter panic, you flee the scene as fast as you can. On your next turn, you must dash away from the source of your fear, so that means you're going to go into that room. You could also go to the room in the room to the north, but either north or west, and then you'll make a will roll at the end of your turn.
Okay.
Esquire, if he rolls a 10, the door is coming open. Oh, no. The servants. This one is attacking Quillbeak.
Has Quillbeak run away or not?
On his turn, he will run away.
Okay, yep. Eee!
Ooh, you don't even need to evade this. But he tosses his weapon. That weapon is going to go 5 meters, 2 squares. It's going to land at Orla's feet. Urd, your turn. And then the consort will go next.
All right, Urd will stand up.
Excellent.
He will spit blood out of his mouth.
And his white beard.
Yeah. and he will take the Amulet of Arya, which only has 1 charge left in it, and he will slam it over the consort's head with the last point of willpower in it, casting Flick.
Nice.
To do a single point of damage.
Doink. But it hits. The consort looks at you and says, "That's it." Or I guess it would be in a feminine voice. And does a ghostly strike, but this may not be against you. It will strike at someone within 10 meters, which is anyone. Strikes with great force. You'll be knocked back, take some damage, and land prone. So Cornelius is 1-2, Urd is 3-4, Phelorian is 5-6, Orla is 7-8, and Quillbeak is 9-10. Orla. This will be... unless you want to... you have not had your turn?
I've not had my turn,
so you could evade.
But I think I'll take that at this point.
You could also do your... Yeah, 7's not bad. I was going to say, you've got your special ability, that your fast footwork, that would let you try to evade
I forgot about that.
Do you want to do that or take the damage?
Yeah, no, because if I do evade, I lose my... Oh no, then I don't lose my turn.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, I'll definitely
that lets you
evade.
not lose it. So, perfect.
Completely forgot about that after using it so much last time.
So you use fast footwork, and you get a free evade that does not use your turn.
Okay, and then I'd take off 3 hit points.
Or 3 willpower.
Sorry, yeah, 3 willpower. Okay.
I think you guys might do this.
Getting closer. Don't raise our hopes yet.
Right.
Do I need to still take those willpower points off?
Yeah, you'll just... Did you already take off the 3 willpower points?
No, I'll do that now.
Okay.
I've only got 1 left.
Perfect. And then go ahead and just roll an evade or a dodge, as long as you succeed.
Now, is that with Boone?
No.
Just a straight roll.
Yep.
Yes.
You got it. That was on a 19 for the longest time. Quillbeak, you need to flee. You can make an evade roll to try and not be attacked by the guy that's right there. And as long as you succeed, he does not get a free attack.
Okay.
And then you need to move your full movement, which I think you can move... Is it 10? Yes, so then you could move 5 squares. And you easily make the evade. So go ahead and move 5 squares.
Oh, I dropped myself.
Oops, let me move Orla over. I'll let you move yourself. There we go. We'll move Orla back. You run into the darkness, which is terrifying. Phelorian.
Yes, it is.
You've got the consort right in front of you.
Yeah, I'm trapped. My back's up against a tomb with a skeleton banging on it.
The door is just clanging against your back as that skeleton is trying to force its way out.
I can't see anything but my friends in this skeleton thing, so I think I should probably try to move. Even though I think it'll probably attack me, but, you know. I'm in a bad spot. I can't really see what's going on down here. And this thing's... I'm not even holding the door up. The door is just hopefully going to hold. Who knows?
You could trade your turn with Sir Cornelius. He might be able to take out the consort.
Wow, is it really that close? I wasn't going to attack it, so it doesn't make a difference to me. Yeah, I'll switch my turn. Because all I'm going to do is try to move north a little. And that could end bad.
Yeah. So we'll jump to Sir Cornelius.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh, nice.
And you take out the consort.
Wow. Heroic. Well done.
Just as well, I don't have enough willpower to do my Dragon Slayer.
There is a banging on the door to your back, and now on a 9 or 10, the door will open. Nope.
He keeps getting 8. That's the third time.
Yeah. Orla, your turn.
Now, is it my turn, or do we go back to...
Sorry, I skipped one of the bad guys. Sorry.
Yeah.
There we go.
We've got to go back to Phelorian as well.
Oh, yeah, and Phelorian will go... Yes,
I bet you say I go last, if you like. That's kind of... I'm just down here.
Yeah, let me do this turn real quick,
Never worked
and
easy.
then we'll do Phelorian. That was my bad. Let's keep this here. This servant will come at you with a short sword, and that's a miss. Now we'll do Phelorian, and then your hand as well.
All right, so he'd move up to here.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to drain the willpower of one of these skeleton boys.
Go for it.
Please.
This is a real gamble.
Yes.
Okay, so he gets a bane to his willpower roll, but the spell could still fail.
So we're gonna keep keep the high with the bane, and he needs to get a 10 to be successful, and he gets a 15 with the bane. So how much do you drain?
Isn't it? Oh, geez, I don't have the rule book open, but I think it's
2d6.
2d6, and then I think you add 1 for each power level. But let me just quickly look.
Yeah, so it'll be 4d6. I think if you click on your spell, I think I added that on your character sheet under the description. I think it's on there.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, it's 2d6 additional 1 for. Yep, you're right. So it's 4. Okay. And you said I could split that. You were okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Just theoretically, yeah. Okay.
So that is going to pull out 11 willpower points, and you actually draw out 1 point of his life essence as well. And then where do you assign those 11 willpower
I'm going to give myself 6, and I'm going to give the rest to Urd.
So Urd
It's
takes
not
5.
much, but yeah.
And then your Bloodhand's hand can take its turn. And then it will be Orla's turn.
Yeah, okay. I suppose all he could do is just go smack
up?
one of those undead guys. Yeah, I wish they were still in the room. Maybe the hand could try to get the door shut. Okay, he's just gonna try to choke one of these guys,
Okay.
annoy them if nothing else. There's not much to hold on to.
Not quite. Orla, your turn.
Okay. Well.
Oh, and
gonna,
Quillbeak, you get a will roll. If you pass it, you're no longer frightened. I forgot about that.
I'm actually going to shoot past this one and go for the one behind because
You can do that.
I need to go ranged. So. Phew.
Ooh, barely. You got it. Give him some damage.
12 damage
Nice.
on the one behind.
And you take out that one as well. We go to round 4. It's only been 4 rounds of combat. Sir Cornelius, you are up. You've got a foe right in front of Orla, and you know there's one behind the door where Phelorian was standing.
At this point, I'd say probably get ready for the squire.
So which one do we want me to take care of?
Totally up to you, but I think we'll probably kill that undead guy pretty easy.
Yeah, you go down to the south.
There's like a bad guy to the south who's slightly stronger than the servants.
It would take your action. You could move down, open the door, and finish your movement going into the room. But that would, assuming there's no one standing at the door, but you know he's been beating down the door, so it's probably right there. But that would take your action to open that door.
If he's beating at the door, can I stab my sword through the door?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's move you down. Whoops, sorry, I put you right over here. Okay, give me a roll with a bane. The door is pretty rotted and broken open. This is the one that they tried to pry open with a crowbar. Oh, you still got it. Roll damage.
Nice.
I'm gonna give him half damage because the door took half of that damage, but that was a pretty good blow on him. Phelorian.
All right, I'm gonna try the same gamble and get some more willpower.
It worked last
At this
time.
point, I'm not so worried about dying if I fail.
I think you guys are gonna do this. There's only these two. Let's see, is there only two? Yeah, you don't hear any other shuffling around in this barrow.
Ooh, I will probably push that.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, what luck!
Yep. Urd.
Oh well.
Your turn.
You got it when you needed it, though.
Yeah, I cannot complain.
Alright, I'm gonna move into Orla Square.
Okay.
Long enough to hit this guy with the staff.
And then move back. Or you could move like up to here if you wanted.
Yeah, I'll get out. I can see my dwarf friend coming up behind me. I'm gonna duck out the way. Be my guest.
Ooh. Almost. That
You know
too
what?
looked really good. You get angry? Oh,
Ooh, that's
sickly.
Nope, sickly.
There you go. Roll damage.
No, I should have done it that way.
Can you do 7 points of damage?
It's a D8,
Oh,
but it is bludgeoning. I don't know if it matters against these guys.
he doesn't take half from bludgeoning.
So I have a 25% chance. Nope.
But not bad. Something's better than nothing.
Yeah, and then I'll go up to where Orla is,
Okay.
so she can finish it off.
Bloodhand's hand.
Alright, well, he's been on the skeleton for a while now, I think. He's just been there the whole time.
Yep.
Now he's gonna try to get another grip. Ooh.
A slash with a sword directed at Orla. Failed. Orla, your turn. You have your scimitar. You have to slash
I
at
do.
him.
I can slash him with my scimitar. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Here she goes. She's gonna. Oh, actually, where is my scimitar? I don't have it on there.
Let me see. You got it in there. Oh, let me equip it.
Thank you.
Oh, I see. We have to unequip your knife, and then we can equip your scimitar. Oh, I just re-equipped your knife. There we go. Now you should have your scimitar.
That's a
Ooh.
hit.
Roll damage.
Ooh, 2d6. Cool.
Can you do 4 damage?
Yes!
Yes, you can. Tell me how
All
you
the
take
monsters
this
are
guy
afraid
out.
of she.
Yeah.
How do you finish off that servant?
Well, she has to be careful of Mr. Undead Hand, so she's going to actually just slash down below the rib cage and take it out through the spine.
Oh,
Chop it in
nice.
half.
Nice.
You know.
A 9 or a 10, this door bursts open. Nope, the door holds. Quillbeak, you can make a will roll to recover from your frightened state. Oh, you got it. So you are no longer frightened. We go back to the top of the order. The hand. Does it want to go open that door? Unleash Sir Cornelius? Or it can trade with Sir Cornelius and he can stab through the door again.
Yeah, that's lucky initiative. I feel like I'll just give that to Cornelius. Yeah, the hand is far from the action right now.
Sir Cornelius, you are up. Do you want to stab through the door again?
If I open it, will that be my action?
That would be your action.
Then I will stab through it again.
With the Bane. You got it. Roll damage. You'll take half. Oh, it's almost down. It's got 6 hit points left. We go to Urd. Your turn.
Thanks, Sir Cornelius has this. I'm going to take round rest.
Perfect. Orla, your turn. Oh, you healed 1 willpower point. Way to go. I see why you're a pessimist.
Do we do held actions in Dragonbane?
You can. You can just wait.
Oh yeah, actually, well, can I just switch turns with Sir Cornelius and see if he can finish this time? But if the door comes open, then I will be able to use my bow.
So he already switched, but you could hold until the door opens, until after the squire goes. Okay.
I will hold until the door opens.
Quillbeak, your turn. You can come back into the light if you like. And then Phelorian, your turn.
Alrighty. I think I'm just gonna
Hold
back
your
up.
action. Okay.
I'm gonna back up and just give my turn to somebody, I guess. Yeah.
8, 9, or 10, since the door is damaged. Nope, the door holds. So, Orla, do you want to do anything with your turn here before the next round?
And if I can jump forward and squeeze in next to Cornelius, I can try and get my scimitar through the door. Or do you want me to open the door, Cornelius? I'm going to say, Cornelius, you want me to get the door?
Sure. If you can open it.
Yeah, I'll jump forward and use my action to get the door open for Cornelius. We can do all his damage.
There we go. The hand is up next. Do you want to trade with Sir Cornelius?
Yeah.
Sir Cornelius, can you do that thing that you do best? That voodoo that you do.
Oh wow.
How do you destroy the squire?
I think as the door opens, I already have my sword coming down another chop, so it swings open and it just demolishes the skeleton, and then he falls down into a little pile of bones and rotted clothes.
Excellent. You have survived the old barrows.
Wow.
Miracle of miracles. It's the Christmas miracle.
How about we go looting?
Yes,
I like the sound of that.
All right. There is a lot of stuff here.
Yes.
So let
I like
me
stuff.
open this up, and I've got some special items I put in here just for all of us. So let's see. If we go in, check the Knight's Consort. This is a small square room, has an iron-bound coffin in the center. The wood is rotted through. The inside the coffin is a silver headband. She is surrounded by scattered coins and jewelry equivalent to 1 treasure card. There's also a small chess set in a wooden box in here, and Phelorian might recognize that chess set from the necromancy book.
Oh yes, that was an intriguing one.
So we find a gold necklace as well as the silver headband. And the silver headband, I don't think any of you have sense magic, but it seems to radiate magic.
Orla, it took me 3 tries to get that healing spell off, but you get 11 back.
Nice. At least we didn't have a mishap.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. It could still happen.
I still have my 15-minute stretch rest while they're loading.
Let me add this gold necklace onto here. Who would like the consort's silver headband?
It'll look pretty on an elf.
Go for it.
Give it to Orla. I'm going to put it on your character sheet. There's some hidden text on there. You won't be able to see that. You can cheat and you can go to edit the description and then you'll see what it is. But you could also leave it on there until you find someone that can decrypt this for you. So
I will absolutely do that. But I will wear it because it's pretty.
Yeah. Did that put that onto your sheet? Nope, let me go find it. As well as...
Cornelius, you get 12.
Oh, thank you.
Alright, so where's Silver Headband?
Anybody mind if I go into inner peace for a moment and do a stretch rest and get some will points back?
Go for it.
Yeah, do it. I think we're safe down here for now.
Okay,
Yeah, sits down in the corner, crosses legs, puts bow on lap, and does a stretch rest.
Perfect. You have the
Okay,
Silver Headband. Phelorian, do you want the chess set?
Yes, whoever had this was playing a wicked game.
So you know that this chess set is a very powerful magical item, and it will allow you, should you die, to play chess with death. Gives you one chance to come back if you can best death at a game of chess.
He's a very smart guy, by the way.
It's the chess set of one last chance. Okay, in the next room... In the Knight's Squire's room, this is a small square room with a broken wooden coffin in the middle. Next to the coffin are the remains of a man in chainmail. There's a staff in here. This looks like the staff that a wizard would use. There's also a small amount of treasure. Uh, 110 copper coins. I'll add that to the list. Which of the wizards would like this staff?
What's the staff exactly?
Well, you'd have to either use sense magic or maybe experiment with it to determine exactly. It definitely seems to be magical.
I would like to check it out if the animus doesn't mind. However, I would say he's definitely been a pretty heroic here. I wouldn't fight him over it.
Who would like the staff?
I did also get a fancy chess set, so
I'll take it. And see if I can use it.
Yeah, if it ends up being something you don't want, you could always pass it on over.
Yeah.
That is, where is it? Right there. So it is a staff of blindness. It allows you to cast the blindness spell.
Right.
So that shows up in your inventory. You could cast blindness. It's automatically cast. There's no need to roll for necromancy. You just have to spend the willpower points.
Do they have to make their willpower roll? It's a really strong spell.
Yeah,
but...
so it would work just the same as if you would cast it. You just don't have to make the spell casting roll. So they still have to make their willpower roll.
All right. Well, you have a strong spell there if you can use it properly. It's a bit of a gamble.
But it is kind of a necromancy thing, though.
In the knight's servant's room, you find a suit of leather armor, and this suit of armor seems to be sewn together with some sort of serpent's skin, and this skin of the snake would be well suited to our thief. And if you have the skin of the snake in your inventory, Quillbeak, if you equip that, you're going to see that your agility score increases by 1, your movement increases by 2, and your agility damage bonus will go up from the skin of the snake. In the knight's tomb, there are 3 treasure cards worth of treasure. The knight was carrying a magical longsword. He also, in his room atop his coffin, is a golden shield that looks like to be crafted to look as though it's made from dragon scales. And there is another headband in here that looks to be magical in nature. I'm going to assume our knight would want probably the longsword and the shield. This headband looks...
Yeah, I could switch to that.
those in your inventory.
Should we give the longsword to the hunter because
Yeah, I
the
was
knight
gonna
has
say, is it as good as your
knight has a
sword
magical
you've got?
sword?
So this sword is significantly better than the sword he has.
Ooh.
Okay.
This, let me find it. The shield is called Drake Scale. I'll add that to your inventory. The sword is named Retribution. So one thing interesting about this sword is it is crafted with a dwarven hilt and pommel, orc steel to make the blade, and runes of elvish power inscribed along the blade. In all 3 languages is the name Retribution. So this sword has enchant weapon at power level 2, which means that when you roll a 1, 2, or 3, that's like rolling a dragon as far as attacks go. You've got the shield, you've got the sword. There's also a headband, and this headband is called the Eye of Erlish. This headband of solid gold is set with an azure gem surrounded by white diamonds, like an eye staring into the abyss.
Ooh.
This might be good for a wizard.
Urd will put that on. I'm gonna give the staff of blindness to the other wizard because it's more of a necromancy thing.
This would be a great headband, the Eye of Erlish for Urd. Let me drop that on here. You've got the eye. Let me give the staff to Phelorian.
I do have a good Myths and Legends. I could probably look at that headband.
Give me a Myths and Legends roll.
Oh, well, it's just slightly higher than I could figure out. Hold on, let me just rack my brains real quick.
And this was for the headband that Urd took, or the headband that Orla took?
I'm that Orla took. I
Well,
posted
Orla
in the
took.
chat. Can anybody identify it for me?
So the one that Orla took. Let me open that. The silver headband. I'm going to reveal it. This silver headband is imbued with 3 spells: Protector, Magic Seal, and Permanence at level 2. Using the spell cannot fail, but costs 4 willpower. Now, Permanence just means that this item can always have this ability. Magic Seal means you've put this on the item. Protector is a spell you can cast. So you can cast this. It'll cost you 4 willpower points. It's a touch spell. You protect a person or place from magic. You can cast the spell on yourself. The power level of all spells cast at the person is reduced by the power level in Protector. So like if Urd cast his lightning at you and it was power level 2, it would drop it to a power level 0 and there'd be no effect.
Exactly.
I succeeded on my Myths and Legends for that shield, by the way.
I have 10 willpower points. I don't think this is for me. I hold it out.
What exactly is it now you're offering? What? Sorry, I guess I was the one to figure out what it is, but I that totally blanked on that. My bad. That's
So
it's for protection.
It's a headband that can cast Protector. So Sir Cornelius Drake Scale. This shield is imbued with Dispel, Magic Shield, as well as Magic Seal and Permanence, all at power level 3. In other words, each use costs 6 willpower. It can also be used as a small shield. Dispel, we know what that does. That lets you dispel an ongoing magical effect. Magic Shield is a reaction. You interfere with a spell cast by another mage. This spell is a reaction and breaks the initiative order but does not replace your action in the round. You cast it after your opponent's roll to succeed, but before any roll for damage. If it succeeds, it's like that Protector spell. It reduces the power of the spell, in this case by 2 levels. So that is something that you will have at your disposal. Quillbeak, did you make a Myths and... Oh, I think I already told you what your armor does. Is all you have to do with the armor, try it on, and you'll know exactly what that does. Let me make sure that's... Yep.
Okay.
So I want to make sure the Eye of Earlish that I have,
Yes.
the magic seal and permanence are not spells that I can cast.
Right, they are just cast on the item so that it can hold the other spell.
Okay, good.
Yep. So most of the magic items in here, if they have permanence, it will always have that. Otherwise, the magic dispels after I think a shift of time. But the Eye of Earlish, so you can basically cast Farsight, Divination, and Scrying. So permanence just means that it will always be there. Magic Seal just binds that spell on there. So Magic Seal puts it on the item, which would last a shift. Permanence makes it permanent. So Farsight, Divination, and Scrying can be used by the Eye of Earlish.
Cool.
Did anyone not have identified magic items? I think that's it. You can go ahead and add 5 improvement checks on your naked improvement roll right now. If you want to try to learn that spell, rather than improving your spell ability, you will make an intelligence roll with a boon, and if you pass, you learn the spell.
What if we were angry and let's have a bane?
Yeah, then it would just be a straight roll. That'll make it a little tougher.
Yeah.
Did you take your stretch rest?
I did.
You said we all got 5 improvements, or
Oh,
did I
but I don't think
misunderstand?
Yes, everyone gets 5 improvements.
If it didn't automatically apply, then I didn't actually choose what my conditions were for the stretch rest. I forgot to. I've got like every condition.
If you want to, I don't know if you'd want to sleep in the barrow. You could always, I mean, it seems to be safe in here. It's unlikely anything's going to disturb you. You're welcome to spend a whole shift resting in here.
Well,
That necromancy was. Wait, I did an intelligence, right? I don't know why I said necromancy. That intelligence roll was for my spell. It's like I lost it in the chat, but
Let me know if you passed that.
yeah, an 11.
Okay.
I succeeded.
I actually got a dragon on mine, so that's good.
Ooh.
Nice.
So what? Let's see. Urd, you were learning transfer.
Transfer, yes.
All right. Let me dump that onto your character here. I know we're a little bit over time, so I appreciate everybody sticking through here. Just about done. Grab transfer.
Yes.
There it is.
I mean, if you really don't want the headband, I would take it, but like you could still make use of it. I guess you want to use your fast footwork though.
I need to use fast footwork, and I also need to use wind shot. And if I use that, I'm down to 6 willpower points. So
Right. And yeah.
it's not efficient use of the very few that I've got, whereas you guys have got a lot more of them. So
Yeah, I do have 18 willpower points.
yeah.
What spell were you learning, Phelorian?
I learned to dispel.
Dispel. Okay, I'll add that onto your character.
Hey, my bow's hit 18.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
If it gets higher
That's
than that, you
huge.
get a heroic ability.
Woohoo!
Oh, my bushcraft went up. That's cool. Oh, so did yours, right?
Yeah, it did.
Nice.
So am I giving that silver headband to Phelorian instead of...
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, if you're offering it, I'll take it.
Perhaps if Cornelius doesn't want his old sword, he could pass that over to me as long as I've got enough strength to use it.
That's the World Breaker Greatsword too. It's got a storied history. Good against demons, if I recall correctly.
Did you say we could do a shift rest down here?
Yeah, we should be fine doing a shift rest down here.
That's cool.
It needs a strength of 16 to use the World Breaker.
Yeah, no, I can't do that.
Well, strap it on to Buckminster. Teach him how to use it. All right, so
I say we get out of the barrels, set up the tent here and do the shift rest upstairs.
Probably be a little bit easier than sleeping inside the barrow. You go up, and Buckminster and the donkeys are waiting for you. You set up camp. I just need a bushcraft roll with a boon to set up the tent here, but this would be a very good place to rest.
Have the cats devoured the dead guy that we left up there?
Ooh,
No,
his eyes
they
are probably gone.
they haven't so much devoured him as they've ripped off small pieces of him and are playing with them.
Yeah, he didn't have eyes. His eyes are still down in the barrows.
Oh, true. Yeah, his head's down there.
No, I stood against the corner.
Excellent. Well, this concludes the adventure for today. It looks like we are doing quite well here. I am tempted, because this was kind of a heroic thing, to give out a little extra reward here. I know, I think everybody got something magical, and there are still more magical things to come. But I think there was a moment where Sir Cornelius used his defender that probably saved Phelorian's life. I kind of talked to Luke about this, for small points of heroism to award one of two heroic abilities, and one is robust that gives you +2 to hit points. The other is focused that gives you +2 to your willpower points. I'm tempted, and I'll let everybody, if you think it's worth it, giving Sir Cornelius one robust and Urd for his lightning spell that was timely, as well as his healing, focused. Would everyone be okay with that?
Here, here.
All right. Let me open up your character sheets, and I will dump that on there, and that should automatically raise your willpower and hit points accordingly.
Good game tonight, everyone.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was. I didn't think we were making it out of there when everything burst out of the doors at the same time.
Well, you did say you expected it to be a TPK.
As soon as that happened, I'm like, oh boy, this could be bad.
On come the alternates.
So, drag that. There we go. Alright, so, yep, focused to Urd, and let me give robust to Sir Cornelius. We will plan on next Sunday. We've got a big holiday in between. I want to wish everyone that is here a very happy holidays, whether you support the religion that it is for, or you don't. It's the holiday season. I hope everyone has a wonderful and safe time. Everyone is well and healthy, and I will see you all next Sunday. Some of you I will see sooner than that. I'm running a game of Mothership on, I think, the 26th at I forget what time, but it should be a great time. If anyone wants to join, I got one spot left, and then I think I've got games on Friday and Saturday as well. So anyway, looking forward to it. I figure we've got maybe one more session in the Dead Forest, and then we'll actually jump into part 2, maybe 2 more sessions in the Dead Forest. Then we'll be into part 2 of 3 of Path of Glory, so we're almost a third of the way through. I will see all of you after the holidays. Thanks a lot.